Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. Welcome back. Woo, man. Oh, man. Respect to all of those who enjoyed yesterday's show to the point that I have to do a part 2. My goodness, the response that I got from yesterday's show, man, I got to throw on my blue blocker glasses. Y'all got to forgive me. When you know your numbers, you know what to protect on your body. Let me put it like that for those who don't know. And the science and the study of numerology, it can also alert you on the different ailments that you could attract in your life or throughout your lifetime. So more than likely, any ailment or dis-ease that you may attract, it's in your numbers. It's in your astrology. It's in your cardology. In all of that. Because these sciences are here to guide you and not control you. How you feeling? If you could hear me out there, put the number 1 in the chat if you could hear me out there in the realms today. Can you hear me? I don't really need this right now. I don't really need that. But if you can hear me, put the number 1 in the chat. If you can hear me, put the number 1 in the chat. I don't care if you're on Instagram. I don't care if you're on YouTube. Big up to the people that's putting the number 1 in the chat. Shake thought you. Shake thought you. Okay. Lovely holistic therapy, of course. What you name. Big up to you. Big up to the great comedian also. Big up to the great comedian Sylvia T. Morrison is in the building. What's up, Sylvia? How you doing? Big up to Taliba, another dear friend of mine. Taliba Johnson is in the building. And thank you all of you that are tuning in and locking in right now. This is going to be another great message, but this is also going to be a circulation-driven program. But I am going to teach a lesson, of course. Big up to Yendez, Priestess Yendez, who hit me up. What's up, Yendez? How you doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? Yeah. Big up to Verena. Big up to Marina. Wow, you got Verena, Marina, Deja. Oh man, it's all going in rhymes. See, I loving it. Okay, my background. Let me make sure my background is flowing right, because I need some flowing energy from the black ground. The black ground. We're calling it the black ground today. The black ground. I see the black ground. Y'all see this black ground right here. Let me put a flowing energy. Let me see. Should I put that one? Let me slow it up a little. Let me slow it up. Okay. No. Let me slow it up. Really slow it up. Okay. There we go. Because we are in the mathematical universe when you come in here, or it is the numerovational universe when you come on this channel. All right, family. Y'all know the deal. Please like, subscribe, and share. I should not have to tell anybody. Thumb up the video, like, subscribe, and share. I really shouldn't have to tell anybody that, but it is what it is. It is what it is, family. Remember, we are preparing for the harvest moon. And if you remember one of the spiritual meanings of the word, the harvest moon, spiritual meaning of the harvest moon is often connected to themes of abundance, appreciation, and the completion of a cycle. Some astrologers believe that the harvest moon serves as a reminder to express gratitude for what you currently have and celebrate the end of a journey. Man, that is a powerful, powerful thing to reflect and remember. So I'll probably be saying that throughout the whole thing. That's coming from a website that I posted yesterday. That's just the basic meaning. But do remember this coming Sunday, I will have a master teacher on this coming Sunday. I have the one, the only Ra Aku will be in the building. Phases of the moon and how they affect your life. The cosmophysics teacher, y'all hear me shout him out a lot. Good brother, master at what he does with what he invented, the cosmophysics. So we're going to get the Numerovator and the cosmophysician is going to be together dropping it, but I'm going to allow him to do his presentation the way he does it on Brother Rich's show on Black Magic and all, of course, on his IG and all that. So Raku will be with us this coming Sunday. Woo, yeah, I don't know if y'all ready for that. Yeah, I don't know if y'all ready for that combination. I really don't know if y'all ready for that combination. That's a whole nother energy there. I don't know if y'all ready for that combination there. Lord have mercy. Yeah, somebody said, okay. And you're gonna sound like Lil Jon. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be fire this coming weekend. It's gonna be fire this coming weekend. Also, I'm going to be bringing back on Nina Dunham, Nina Diamond. I like to call her Nina Diamond. I'm going to be bringing her back on soon because I know she has an event coming up, and I want to make sure we explore what she's doing and how she's doing it. And so remember, Nina is one of my sponsors of my program, so make sure y'all support Nina. Nina, you can text her if you want to book a cardology, astrology, or numerology session. She does it all. She's like a one-stop shop, Aquarius Maximus moms. All right. I know Aquarius might say, why he always mention that? Because you came from that mothership. You got to respect. That's why it says love and honor your mother and father that your days may be longer. So big up to Aquarius Maximus and her mothership. 470-775-6434. If you want to contact the mothership of Aquarius Maximus, Nina Dunham, who's been doing it. She's an Emmy Award winner. She teaches metaphysics. She got books. She teaches classes. Big up to her. And one of her partners in Vibe, the one, the only Jackie Levine. Got to big her up also because she's doing great work out there. I got to get Jackie back on. I know Jackie busy. I don't think she even likes to write books. I think she just wants to do what she do. She's also such a tech head. Big up to the tech head, Jackie Levine. And also another tarot master herself and what she does. The one, the only Carrie Ann Ingram. You see her on with me every Wednesday. And I believe Wednesday we might have somebody. We might have somebody on Wednesday. If not, we probably play another show. But today is part 2. Your numbers and how they connect with the words we constantly use, like abundance, like health, like communications, like all of those words, love, how to use them, and even names. And today I might do something a little different than I did yesterday. Probably there is a name in your family, somebody in your family that you always had this up and down with, this challenge with. And yes, the numbers can reveal that. It could be your mom's first name, your daddy's first name, or their nickname. It could be your auntie, it could be a cousin, it could be your sister. So today we're not just going to use names, we're going to use words and names today. One word, one name. Don't give me a whole bunch of words and a whole bunch of names. Choose what you're going to use, either one word or one name today. Because yesterday we did only words like abundance. People was really talking about money, abundance. People wanted to know how their connection with love mathematically is. And because each word and name has a vibration, and let me put the name up there. Let me do the mathematics of the name. 5. Always remember Pythagorean and Chaldean. I put the Chaldean on the bottom. 1, 1, 4, 4, 5, 5. That's 10, 14, 15. Wow. Isn't that interesting? Both of them share the similar numbers in the Pythagorean system. And again, this comes up with a number 15. Okay, 10, 14, 15. So it is the word name is consistent. That it can bring about duality. Why I say that? Because in tarot, most tarot artists know that 15 is known as the devil card. And if you read my book, I'm getting right into it. If you read my book about the number 15, Numerovation for mental stability in particular, it is the symbol of magic and mystery, just the number 15 alone. And because it adds up to the 6, it expresses the perfected human of balance and perfection of humanity. But because it's called the devil card, it depicts man and woman chained through the wrong use of magician's magic wand. So you can use your name for good and or for bad. That's why up here I got the positive and the negative, and it deals with intention. It's intentional. So whatever name you choose, whether in spirituality and Islam and Hebrew, you got to be very careful and make sure that the name brings not only creativity, brings a form of versatility, but also brings balance in the positive aspect of the number 1, 5, and 6. Oh, yeah. I'm not playing with y'all today. And remember, if you do want your name or your a name that you have problems with or you want to connect with a little bit better, I'm going to put that up here. What you can do, I'm going to show y'all what y'all can do. And in order for that to happen live on the air, word / let me put that / over there, / name. Here we go. Y'all know King Simon ain't playing with none of y'all crazy people today. Y'all know I ain't playing with none of y'all crazy people today. I'm not doing this. I love you, but y'all gonna respect my gift all the time. You're going to respect my gift. So if you want that done, you have to circulate. No super chat. You got to circulate through PayPal and Cash App. And I'll put it in the chat just in case y'all having problems. Y'all want to go straight to the links. I'll put it right there in the chat. And I'll pin it to the top of the chat. All right? Because some people have problems with names. I have certain cousins and aunts that always gave me drama or trauma throughout my life, or they was always critical of me. And it's all right, because sometimes, haters make you greater, whether it's in your family or not. Haters make you greater. And I enjoy the haters that made me great, because in all of my books, I still acknowledge these aunts and uncles and cousins that may have put their wind under my wings to fly to be the great person that I am and still becoming right now. And so you got to give that some love and respect. That's why it's important, like the scripture says, to love and honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days may be long upon the earth. So even if your mother or your father was a challenge to you, or your sister and your brother was a challenge to you, damn it, you could be born with the name and it's challenging your birthday. That's how deep it can get, because the name is supposed to bring some form of balance and healing. That's why they say a good name is worth more than silver and gold. A good name is worth more than gold. So you got to make sure your name is good in these streets. Whether you're doing healing or doing any kind of spiritual work or whatever, you got, or it can be the devil. That's why Al Capone was feared. That's why people like Bumpy Johnson was feared on the street. When you heard those names, it cast a fear in people's hearts. I'm watching the movie. I'll just finish watching it. I'm watching the series with Kevin Hart right now about what happened in Atlanta, that fight night. And the gangster Frank, he was feared by people. All the gangsters he had around him was feared. So those names could either be the devil or it could be healing. There's duality in everything. That's why this is the card. That's the number 15 is the card of the devil, people. In the tarot system. Because what I said, it depicts man and woman chained through the wrong use of the magician's magic wand, and now they are shackled to their own erections of the lower force. That's the negative. But due to the healing and the balanced expression of the number 15, 1 plus 5 equals 6, ultimately the higher forces will prevail. I'm just trying to tell you what your name means. And when you give a child a name, that's why you got to be very careful of what you give your children. If you're giving your children names like murder and killer and all kinds of names, then guess what? Guess what? That devil gonna come out. That devil, that demon one, the wrong use of this magical, I say magical because the root of the word magical is magi. That means you with your name have the potential to alchemicalize and bring something to fruition, taking little of nothing. The name could seem like it's little of nothing. But if that name is developed over years and years and years, guess what? To become something successful. That's why we heard of a James Earl Jones. That's why we've heard of a Francis Cress Welsing. That's why we've heard of a Whitney Houston. That's why we've heard of a Minister Farrakhan. That's why we've heard of a Malcolm X. That's why we've heard of a Nzinga. That's why we've heard of people like Hatshepsut. These names has power. These words have power. The word itself adds up to a number 6, which also bring healing, but it also adds up to a number 19 in the Chaldean, which is a karmic number. So karma means cause and effect. Big up to Kev Rel Negas that was on Brother Richard's show. The word karma only means cause and effect. So if you don't put the good cause to this number 19, then the difficult cause can come from the number 19 also. That's why it's the alpha and the omega number. You got to, whatever you start, you better finish it. Then it adds up to the number 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And most tarot people that understand the Wheel of Fortune card knows that it can be a wheel of fortune for both positive and negative. The word. In the beginning was the word. Y'all remember that? In the beginning was the word. I have a little bit more, I have a little problem with that because in order for you to produce a word, you had to have a thought. So I say in the beginning was thought, and then the word came about. In the beginning was thought, and then the word. So somebody had to think about this word that he was about to utter. You have to think. If it's a creative force, whether it's male or female, they had to think. Whether it's an alien, if that's what you believe, then they had to think before the word came out. That part. That part. I'm just saying. So in the beginning was the word, it's called, according to John in the Bible of the book of John. In the beginning was the word. It is what it is. I'm just showing y'all that, your brother King Simon ain't playing with y'all's todays. Can I get an amen and an a woman in the chat? Can I get an amen and an a woman in the mother flipping chat today? All right. So what we're going to do today, this is going to be very important for those who are serious. And like I said, we're going to do name and or word. We're going to do name and or word. It's in the chat. I pinned it to the top. If you want to do Cash App or PayPal, that's up to you. It's in the chat, but you got to circulate at least $22 or $33 or $44. That's it. That's all. I'm not asking for 55. I'm not asking for 11. I'm not. The circulation is going to be either 22, 33, 44. Stay within those parameters. There's a reason why I do what I do. I'm not looking for 55, which is one of the supportive numbers of me, or 66. I'm staying in with 22, 33, 44. There's always a method to my greatness. Not method to my madness, method to my greatness. There's always a method, because those are portals that I am looking at in this day and time. Those are my portals that I'm reflecting. So this is going to be a good one, especially if you had any family members that was very traumatic to you in your family. That name might be something. And what I'm going to do, I will put the name on the board and put your birthday on there and show you why. That's what I'm going to do today. If it's a word like abundance, or what, if you feel like you're having problems with intentions or spirituality, we can put all those words on the board, and then I will put you, after you circulate the funds, then I will put your birthday alongside and show you how it can work if you use it appropriately, because this is word, sound, and power. Your name has word, sound, power, because the name is really a word that we just took on as titles to denote or identify who we are, or something that your mama gave you. So it's all right. And once you understand that, again, and I really want to go into the spiritual meaning of the word, because the name is a word also, but I'm staying focused on word. And we already broke down what the name means from both symbols, both systems of numerology, both adds up to 15. My goodness. You're telling me that the devil card of tarot keep on showing up in just the name? And that's why you have to be very careful of the name that you use, and the names that you choose, and the names that you call yourself through these handles. There's one lady through one of her handles that I seen pop up on my screen one time, and it's like, I think it was called "Eat Me from the Back." That was her handle. I was like, Jesus Christ, lady, is there any shame? Really? Come on now. Really? And that name those words have a vibration. Eat me from the back. That has a vibration to it. And they don't understand that you cannot be treated with any respect if you're going to tell the world through your handles to do exactly what you want them to do for you. There can't be no respect with that. Stop playing. There can't be respect for that. And pardon me, children, for any children that are watching me, forgive me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean, but I'm just saying that was a handle that somebody had. That's a handle. And if it's called handles, you better learn to handle yourself and stop playing with yourself. You better learn to handle yourself and stop playing with yourself. Now, I see somebody just sent me now, is there a particular name or word, Nate, do you want to deal with? A name or word that's been challenging to you or not? You know, like saying, is it somebody in the family? Is that Nathan? Are you trying to make a choice for using Nate or Nathan? What are you trying to do? Please let me know. And if it's a word that you want to find out where your birthday is going, then let me know how you correlate. Because remember, numbers again is here to guide you and show you the positive and the negative. So I see you said you sent, and it's for Nathan. I don't know what you want to do with that. Do you want to figure out something as far as how that name work with your birthday? What do you want to do with that? I see you sent me $22. I want to make sure, or you want to check out any of the words that might be blending with you, or what you want to deal with. How does it work for you? What name, or is there somebody in your family that was always traumatic to you and you want to find out how it could have worked with you? So we're gonna go there. I see people sending me. All right, I see. Somebody said health. Okay. Shayla, I see health. Interesting enough, you born 6'8", and those numbers rule the health. Those numbers rule health. So we're gonna go into that also. We're going to go into that. Nate, my name is Nathan. I am named after my grandfather and great uncle. I'm trying to understand how to be. Okay. Okay. So I see what you got. I see what you got to. I see what you got to. I see what you're going to. Okay. So, and that's why I tell people to always book a session with me, because my sessions are a little bit more in depth. And I usually use first name and birthday. And then I break down each letter to each name. Each letter to each name according to which one you pay for, which one you circulate funds. I got a 10-minute one, I got a 15-minute one, and I got a 30-minute. So I got 3 different sessions that people can do. The 10 and the 15-minute ones are pre-recorded sessions. The 10 and that means it's recorded. I record it separately. You don't get to talk to me at none of those. The 10 and the 15-minute ones, not only do I break down your name and birthday, but I also your first name and your birthday. But in the 15-minute one, I actually break down each letter and what they mean, and send that to you in an email, and the recording in an email, because I'm telling you right now, this is going to my membership, just like yesterday's on. Everything goes to my membership to YouTube, especially when I'm teaching a lesson. The interviews stay up here, but everything else goes to my membership. I have to do that. And because it's a lesson, and in the lessons is where you get the blessings. Let me say that. So before I go into the people that are circulating funds, I got to teach my lesson. So Nate, I got you're dealing with your name, and you want to figure out why that. Yeah, that is an old school name. Let me be honest with you. That is an old school name. That is an old school name. I'll be honest with you. So if you got it from your granddaddy or your uncle, whatever, believe me, I understand. That is old school name. And I'm going to show you that through your numbers and why and how to use it. Shayla, health. I'm going to tap into that with your birthday. You circulated some funds yesterday, and you want to do it today. Cool. 33. It's interesting that you put on 33. 33 equals 6, and 6 is also a health number. Go and figure that one out. All right. Those are major. There are major numbers connected to health. If you get my book, Numbers Are Simple. Children's health is important. Big up to that's a very good book to have in your arsenal. My book, also Lloyd's book, or the Vedic Numerologist book on health. Those are very good book. I'm not afraid to share that type of wisdom. Big up to Kim Woodson. Big up to Kim Woodson out there. So before I start doing what I have to do, I want to go to my lessons, if you don't mind. I want to go to my lessons about words. Words we speak, words we use. Whole spiritual. Remember the words we use. These are my notes, and all my notes are in the description of my video. So in the description of all my videos, especially if I'm teaching lessons from now on, the notes will be there so you can go through it yourself and study and apply it, whatever you want. Remember, all right? So as you see, I already broke down what the word in numerology means. Word itself. Let me throw myself back up in the front, those that are just coming in. Because even your name is a word, but the name has a consistency in it already. It shows me a consistent pattern of the name, and in both Pythagorean and the Chaldean system, you find that it adds up to a 15, which deals with creative and being versatile, but also being healing with your name. And 15 again in tarot is the devil card. So if you don't use that name appropriately and correctly, it can bring havoc to your life. What's saving that number 15 is the number 6, because 6 is about love, family, truth, justice, reciprocity, and healing. But the negative of the number 6 is hard-headedness, being unbalanced, untruthful. Jealousy comes with the number 6. So you can have people born under certain names that can attract those type of things. That's why when I talk to people that are born or connected to the number 6 in any way, whether they're born on the 24th, the 15th, or the 16th, or 15th or 15th, or the 6th of any month, I always tell them to be careful of how they attract people, places, and things that may need healing, that need help all the time. You'll find people connected to that number 6 energy or that 15 energy or that 24 energy, always attracting people that need help and healing, and it becomes draining to them. Those that are number 6 out there can attest to that. Those that are born, they always come, people coming for you advice on all this. They're coming for you, and you got to be very careful and bring a certain amount of balance and love. You know what I'm saying? That's very important. That's very important. Very important. So these numbers are not here to take you away from your glory. It's here to guide you into your glory, into the inner standing of yourself mathematically, and even astrology, even cardology, even tarot. They made you afraid of these divine nation system. I don't call them divination. I call them divine nation because divination has this fearful thing behind it. No, man, don't let these people fool you. You got the major esoteric imams and rabbis and Hebrew teachers and ministers that use the study of numbers, the mathematics of it. That's what Kabbalah is all about. That's what gematria is all about. And if you don't understand who and what you are in connection with these numbers, you're going to have a rough time on this planet. Rough time. And there's a lot of people going through rough times. I guarantee you, let me tell you this, I guarantee you, people that have been doing the mess without even looking at and was very arrogant to the science, I know that they're going through stuff right now. Because I know they was probably warned in their past. People like Jeffrey Epstein and Weinstein and P. Diddy and all these people that do their foolishness, they were warned. You're always warned within the way, whether it's through religious, whether it's through spiritual systems, they always been warned. Everybody gets their warning. Not one person leaves this planet before they transition or go into anything crazy. They don't get a warning of the cycles that they're entering. Not one person on this planet in this realm. Not one person. So I tell people, don't play with this. Don't play with this. I had to learn. I learned not to. When I started getting more deep into it, I said, you know what? I ain't gonna use this for this. I ain't gonna use this for this. I'm not gonna use this for this. I'm not doing that. You know. Again, family, do me a favor. If you really like what you're hearing, please like, subscribe, share, comment, thumb up the video. What's scrolling on the bottom. It helps to build the algos of it, the algorithms of it. Even the word algorithm means something. It comes from an old ancient Arabic word on a person. I forgot the name of the person that it came from, that's supposed to be Muslim and all that kind of stuff. More than likely, it gets into that whole paradigm. So it's very important that we recognize it. Big up to everybody on Instagram, how y'all feeling? Color Curiosity, I see you out there. My father, whoa, my father's on this line. Hey, Pops, what's happening, man? What's up, man? My father's here, so big up to my father in Instagram, T Anthony69. What's up? What's up, Pops? My father is on the line. He's a whole minister. Big up to my father. He born on the 25th. Happy birthday to him when it comes up of September. He's coming up. So yeah, my father's online. So my father and my mother watch me. And that's good, because out of the mouth of babes is where wisdom and knowledge will come. And I will never downplay people's religion, but we have to understand that the deeper religions understand the use of numbers. That's why there's a whole book of numbers, which is dealing with the census and the count of the tribes. I've read it. I haven't finished it all because it can get deep. That book of numbers can be something else, but you will never name a book of numbers if it didn't pertain to numbers and the use and the importance of numbers. You're not supposed to worship numbers. One thing, you're supposed to use it just like a GPS to guide you. So your birthday that you're born is one of the longitude and latitude that you came through your mother's vortex, that mother's portal, not vortex, the mother's portal to help navigate in this realm. So is the astrology, so is the numerology, so is the cardology. I don't want no one to leave their religion if they're in their right mind and if it's helping them. But use what I have to offer, and use what Ra'aku has to offer, and use what the cardologists like Nina have to offer, or her daughter Aquarius Maximus have to offer, or use these things as a guide. Don't worship him. I sat with a well-known imam, and he says, yes, it's been used in the culture of Islam, but they have a gray area because sometimes people put their whole emphasis in the numbers or the astrology and forget about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, forget about the creator, forget about God. And that's not what I promote. No. And I told him that. And he bought my book right out of my hands. He bought this book right out of my hands. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Imam Siraj. Big up to Imam Siraj. And because he's such a loving, supportive soul, I was married to his secretary briefly. And because he's a loving soul, he supports what someone is trying to do. And I wish more preachers and teachers would do that. As long as it's positive and productive, support it. So big up to Imam Siraj. And he's born the same day as Terrence Howard. That's why he's so brilliant. When he gets on stage, he articulates the Arabiya and the meaning of the Holy Quran and its connection to human life. I can listen to Imam Siraj all day, just like I can listen to Minister Farrakhan all day, who's born on the number 11. These are master teachers because they're born on the master number. Minister Farrakhan born May 11th, and Minister Siraj, the Imam Siraj, is born March 11th. Masterful with their words and articulation and getting to the point. Both of them in their own perspective of Islam. Why you think? I'm going to tell you something. With the name Jesus, in the English aspect of it, adds up to a master number 11. The name Jesus is a portal for Christians and Muslims and Hebrews to go through, to be guided by. People don't even understand that. Jesus didn't want you to become him. He wanted you to become you. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which art in heaven is perfect. He wanted you to be you. But make sure you're doing it with the proper intentions. That's why I got the word on the board, because you can either use the word, the name of Jesus, positive or negative. The name Muhammad, Muhammad, adds up to 29, which is 11. Another portal. The name Moses adds up to 22 in one of the systems. The name is not to be played with. Your name is not to be played with. So it's important. You see what I have up here. If you want word or name connection advice, circulate 22 33 44 to my Cash App and PayPal, because I'm getting ready to go into that in the next few minutes after I drop these lessons on word. All right, so we're gonna keep this moving. Oh yeah, I'm not here to play with people. I pray that you are not out there playing with people. If you know your religious power, if you know your spiritual power, don't play with people. Karma can be a beauty queen, or karma could be a biatch. Let me say that again. Karma could be a beauty queen, and karma could be a biatch. Because karma, the word karma, only means cause and effect. Let me say that again. The word karma only means cause and effect. So what good cause you put out there, then you should get the right and positive and productive effect that you need. If you put out the bad karma, then that's the effect that you will receive. So my job as the numerovator from my perspective. I'm not talking about Lloyd's perspective. I'm not talking about Nina Diamond's perspective. I'm not talking about Jackie Levine's perspective. I'm not talking about the E5 study perspective. I'm talking about my perspective, because there's angles to all of this. There's different perspectives. It's different perspective to everything. So even if you look at something like this is a perspective, but if you turn it here, here's another perspective. If you turn it here, here's another perspective. Now you know the fullness of it and what it is. It's a calculator. There's the perspective, another perspective. But somebody might think this is a tray holder. Somebody might think this is another form of an apparatus to use, until you get the full perspective. It's dimensions to this. It's dimensions to this. I got to understand and understand these things. Got to know that. So I am doing it from my perspective. Family, I will be coming to you in a few. Wanda, okay, you must be Wanda, Universal Space, you must be sending email for things, because you got 1212 up there. You must be doing it for email for your I sent, if you did get, I sent the alignment assignments out already. So if you didn't get it, I'll send it after. I'll send it after. But this is what we're focusing on right now. 223344. Cash App, PayPal. No super chat, please. No super chat. Super chat takes too much from a person. Okay, so I'm getting ready to drop the lessons first. Boom. So I won't be looking at the chat at all. I won't be looking at the chat. So whatever you're doing. Okay, King Simon's notes. The words we use hold spiritual significance as they, spiritual significance. Number one, shape our reality. Words have the power to create and manifest our experiences. Words are very important. Number two, carry vibrations. Each word emits a unique energy frequency, influencing our aura and surroundings. Pay attention what these notes that I'm saying. It does carry a vibration. And I know back in the day, we used to say sticks and stones will break our bones, but names will never hurt us, or words will never hurt us. Guess what? That's not the truth. If you keep on downplaying and disrespecting a child or a woman or a man over the years, it will hurt them. And it will show up in some other way, some other disdain or disrespect of you when it comes down to it. To the point you could have been mistreating a child all of your life. And then when you became an adult and got hemmed up or got caught up to have to be staying at home or being in a hospital, that child won't come and visit you. They won't come and see you. They won't come and acknowledge you because of the pain you carried with them. Each word emits a unique energy frequency and influencing our aura and surrounding. That's number two. Number three, influence thoughts and emotions. Words can uplift, inspire, or harm, affecting our mental and emotional state. Like I just said about what you may do to a woman or a man or a child. Words can uplift if you give them the uplifting knowledge and information that they need. Words can inspire if you're willing to inspire them on every level of their life, man, woman, and child. Or harm, affecting our mental and emotional state, can cause mental instability. That's why I wrote my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability. That's why I wrote the book. Because the words in here, that's why that scripture says, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be respectful to the Lord. Because the Lord is within you. The Creator is within you. I'm not talking to somebody outside of me in some cloud. So you got to be very careful of your words and make sure it's in uplifting and not harming. Number 4, connect us to intentions. I have that on my board, intentions. Words can be used to focus intentions, manifest desires, and align with higher purpose, both positive and it could go down the negative road. Intentions are very important in this day and time to understand. Intentions. Number 5, hold symbolic meaning. Words often carry symbolic significance, tapping into collective consciousness and archetypes. Words, names, all of that have symbolic meanings. That's why when people say Jesus, when people say Muhammad or Allahu Akbar or God is great, those carry symbolic significance, tapping into a collective consciousness. You ever been at a Minister Farrakhan lecture and you hear Allahu Akbar and everybody in the audience go, Allahu Akbar? You got to be there when there's thousands of people and you hear him say Allahu Akbar. Or you hear one of the opening ministers say Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. The creator is the greatest. God is the greatest. The all within all is the greatest. Collective consciousness. It helps to tap into somebody's soul. When you hear people in the church hooting and praise Jesus, praise the Lord, it's tapping in to a collective consciousness. Words, sound, power. Number 6, impact relationship. Our words can nurture or harm relationship, fostering empathy, understanding, or conflict. Let me take a sip of my tea. I'm drinking hibiscus tea. Some may call it sorrel. Impact your relationship. So you got to be very careful of the words we say to each other. The words you say over your podcast, the words you say. If you're going to say ratchet stuff, balance it out. So impact relationship. Our words can nurture or harm relationship, fostering empathy and understanding and conflict. And when I've done the harming use of words, I had to apologize. Some people will never apologize. Some people think that their words is that's what it is and that's all it is. And that no, sometimes you got to apologize. And you got to mean it from the heart. Number 7, reflect our soul's journey. The words we choose can reveal our spiritual growth, wisdom, and level of consciousness. Not also the words, the names we choose. I can add names to this right now. / names we choose can reveal our spiritual growth. My parents gave me names. First, middle, and last. By the time I became 14, I chose Divine God Allah when I was in the 5%. Divine God Allah. I think it's Divine King God Allah. That's what I called myself in the 5% nation. Spiritual growth. Went into the nation, went into the Ansar Allah community. I was given the name Shadi Abdil Muhammad, another form of spiritual growth. Went into the Nation of Islam. They used my first name, Tyrone 4X, 4 meaning that was the 4th Tyrone in the ranks. X meaning unknown until 1995 when we received a Muhammad after the Million Man March. Spiritual growth. Wisdom and levels of your consciousness, even the children that you are giving names to during those times of your spiritual growth, you'll find it very interesting. Why, in one part, you might call your child this, then by the next child, by the time you go through your spiritual consciousness and your spiritual development, you're calling your child Umbatullah, or you're calling your child something else. that means something spiritual because we know the importance of a good name or a good word. Number 8, activate subconscious patterns. Words can trigger subconscious belief, influencing our behavior and perception. How many of you have heard a word and it just brought a certain reminder to you? It's just brought something, it just opened you up or triggered something subconsciously. You might have heard a name, somebody in your family that may have hurt you or may have meant something much. Like when people talk about my grandmother, Lillian Alberta Walter Scotland, tears coming right. As soon as I said her name, tears coming to my eyes right now. Because my grandmother, that word, that name can trigger subconscious stuff, belief that influence our behavior and perception. When I think about my grandmother, I think about love and how she treated me. And then if I think about somebody else that treated me bad, that can also trigger behavior and perception of that person because it influenced me throughout the formative years of my life. Number 9, create affirmations. Positive words can become powerful affirmations, reprogramming our minds and reality. It's just like in certain religion, you have certain prayers, our Father who art in heaven, or in the Islamic prayer, you might have the Fatiha, Al-Fatiha, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. In the Hebrew, you have your certain prayers that you acknowledge, whether it's Psalms 82 or whatever, and you say it in Hebrew, it has a certain resonant affirmation, or there's affirmations that you might put out there that helps to reprogram in your thoughts and your minds and help to reprogram your reality. Words are powerful. Words sound power. Number 10, manifest divine connection. Sacred words like mantras or prayers can bridge the gap between the material and the spiritual realm. How many times of people may have said, Jesus wept, Jesus wept, Jesus wept, Jesus wept. That's the mantra. How many people have taken on certain mantras like, I am this, or I am that, or I allow this, or I allow that. That is become sacred words and sacred mantras. Or I want to thank you, Heavenly Father. That song alone by Alicia Myers. I want to thank you, Heavenly Father, for shining your light on me. Just that is a mantra. I want to thank you, Heavenly Father or Heavenly Mother, for shining your light of wisdom, knowledge on me. That's a mantra you should write down. Whether it's mother or father you believe in, or you want to keep the balance, divine mother and father. I want to thank you, mother and father, for shining your light on me. That's a mantra. Some of these songs are mantras. Before I let go, it becomes a mantra. Big up to the late, great Frankie Beverly that just passed on. Ain't no stopping us now. It becomes a mantra. I'm on the move. I play that song at least once or twice a month to remind me we're going to leave those negative people way behind me. We're going to leave those negative people way behind us. Please, please, please. I'm going to leave those negative people way behind us. I don't care if they're family, friends, sacred words like mantras and prayers and songs. I dare to add songs to them. Put songs on there. Songs can bridge the gap between material and spiritual realm. Bob Marley, one love, one heart, let's get together and feel all right. Just that alone is a mantra. By recognizing spiritual power of words, we can choose words that uplift and inspire, use language to manifest positivity, communicate with empathy and compassion, harness the energy of affirmations, connect with the divine through sacred language. No matter what you call the divine, God, Allah, Jesus, Yahweh, whatever, Jah, Rastafari, may our words be reflections of our highest selves, spreading love and light and wisdom. And I want to dare to say, may our words and names, because you want your name to be that, and names. Copy and paste this one. I'm going to take that. May our words and names be a reflection of our highest selves and spreading love, light, and wisdom. Every time people hear the name Jesus, the majority of the world look at it from a love, light, and wisdom. Anytime people hear the word Muhammad, a majority of the world looks at Muhammad as someone that shares love, light, and wisdom. Moses, love, light, and wisdom. No matter what they went through in their life and the ups and downs and the this and the that and blah, 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 more in more religious ways. Come on now. You got to know that your words and names have power. And don't run away from the power. Run to the power. Run to it. Don't run away from it. Run to it. I was drinking a Buddha tea today, one of the Buddha teas today. And the Buddha tea said something real clear to me. Hold on one second. Let me erase something. Got too much going on here. Hold on. The Buddha tea said something real clear to me. Cut. And this is what it said when I'm drinking the tea right now. And it said this: better to conquer yourself than others. A Buddhist saying. It says it right here on this tea bag. Better to conquer yourself than others. It is a hard job to conquering the ignorance of yourself. It's a very hard job. It's a hard task. It's a hard task to conquer the lower aspect of who you are and what you are in this realm. It's a hard task. And as your brother from another mother and father, I'm erasing this because I'm about to get it in. As your brother from another mother and father, I've been through some hard times conquering my lower self. How many of you had to learn or still conquering your lower self? You might be a sex addict. You might still like to drink. You might still like to smoke. And I have nothing against that, but we know that if you cannot give it to a baby, like Dr. Laila Africa said, then you're not supposed to be doing it. If you can't put a cigarette in a baby's mouth and they actually smoke it and it will not affect them, then you're not supposed to be smoking a cigarette. So how many of you are conquering your lower self right now? Put the number 1 in the chat. How many of you are working on conquering your lower self? Let's put it like that. How many of you are working on conquering your lower self? Because none of us are perfect. And some of y'all that think, I know priestesses and imams and all that, they think they're perfect, but they're not. They're not perfect. There's too much, because I'm hearing too much behind the scenes stuff about certain people. Cussing and fussing sometimes. Doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Les Brown used to say perfection is an illusion. You're only going to be perfect in that other realm, that energetic realm of the creative force. There's a perfect energy going on somewhere out there that keeps us moving and keeps us animated and doing what we're doing the robot. we're doing what we do. So I'm getting ready to go to the people that have been circulating funds, and I'm scroll that on the bottom. Remember, 22, 33, 44. That's what we're dealing with. That's the circulation we're dealing with for me to go on this board and deal with your name and whatever word or whatever. That's what we're dealing with here. All right. I don't play games. I make sure you respect my gift if you want me to respect your gift and talents. Respect my gift. You know? And like James Brown say, you should never be broke. If you got a gift, talent, or skill, you should never be broke. And I remember what Les Brown taught us. He said, you should make it a mantra and say, I'll never be broke again. I'll never be broke again. I'll never be broke again. And I was chanting that mantra for years. I was chanting that mantra for years, son. Oh, yeah. I chanted that mantra for years. And sure enough, it has definitely helped out. You know what I'm saying? If you got talent, skills, and a gift, you should never be broke. Okay, so the first person we're going to get to right now, Nathan, I'm going to keep it simple with you because obviously, you know, when you're ready to do a full session with me, that's your full name and all of that, we get busy. I get busy with those full sessions, and you get to ask me any question you want to ask. All right. So Nathan, you're coming up. We're coming up on you. We're going to be dealing with you next. Nathan, he already circulated. Big up to Nathan. He circulated $22. Thank you very much for your circulation. And remember, this is going into my membership at the end of this. Going to my membership. It'll probably be up for at least another hour after I do this broadcast. So, Nathan, this is what we're going to deal with right now. We want to deal with your first name. And you say you said on here, Nathan. You said on here, you wanted to find out. You said, my name is Nathan. I am named after my grandfather and great uncle. I'm trying to understand how to be me, I guess. Okay, I got it. Remember, your name reveals your gift, your talent, and your skills. And it also allows you to find what you came to express, your soul urge, and the outer aspect of who you are. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hold on one second. Let me go to the board. I'm going to do it right here in your face. Do it right here on your face. Word Nathan. The name Nathan. The way you spell it, or what it was spelled and passed down to you from your grandfather. We're going to use the Pythagorean and we're going to use the Chaldean. So when you see those, and family, don't be afraid to Google up the Pythagorean and the Chaldean chart. Go look it up. Take a snapshot of it and keep it in your phone. If you're really serious about this system, Google it up. It's there. I'm going to do it. And Nathan is born October the 4th, 1995. We're going to break that down in comparison, keeping it real simple. Not going to get crazy with it because a lot of this stuff is really private for you. That's why we as consultants, we have a confidentiality as a consultant. There's a confidentiality. So I don't really like to do these quickies online because I might see something, especially out of the number 4 energy. I see something already, what's going on. And that's personal. 4 is a personal mental number, and you got to protect your mind at all costs. 6, let me see, 5 plus 1, and 6. Okay, boom. Look at that already. 22 equals a 4. Already, your name Nathan goes along with this. And 4 energies and master number energies are considered old soul energies. I'm talking to Nate from the Pythagorean system. There's an old soul energy that you have. The vowels of the name Nathan says that you came here to be of help, to be able to, that the sole urge of who that, what that name is to be of help and pay attention to the relationships that you have. Because sometimes people with the name Nathan go through relationship issues if they don't intuitively connect with the person that they're dating or involved with. And sometimes when 2 shows up, you got master number 22 and you got the number 2 here. So sometimes when that 2 show up, people born under that name can have relationship issues. Because number 2 is one of those names that sometimes where women can be a blessing or a curse to them, depending on how you are balanced. Because remember, the number 2 is one of the numbers of even balance, especially when it comes to companionship and working with others. And it's consistent in the Chaldean system that number 2 shows up because of the vowels. Remember, the vowels represents the inner aspect of a name or word, and the consonant represents the outer aspect. They got all these fancy names for it. I keep it simple. The fullness, when you add all of it together, that's the expression, what you came to express. So people born under that name Nathan has a master number 22, which means that that name has a global connection if you're willing to be the master builder of that name. Because number 22 is the number of master building and technology. So the use of technology is going to be very important to you. And because you're born under the number 4, that's also the number of technology. Understand what I'm saying? Nathan, because you circulated 22, which was right. That was wise, right, and exact, because you're connected to the 22. See, I tell people numbers are not psychic. Pay attention to your patterns, cycles, and sequences, and then we give you the interpretation of what it means from a productive, and some people have done negative. So let's go to the older system of numerology. We just dealt with I haven't dealt with the consonants. The consonants of the name Nathan, that's the number 5, plus 2, plus 8, plus 5 equals 20. Okay, good. So again, this number 2 shows up. 20 is the number of awakening to some great purpose that you came to do. So the outer aspect of the consonants that it adds up to deals with the 20 energy, which in my system, I call 20 a master number potential because it's here to awaken you, and you have to have clear judgment and discernment in whatever you do and however you do. So you always got to pay attention to your intuition just because these 2s keep on showing up. Your intuition is your guide, Nathan. And I'm sure your grandfather and your uncle that held it, they went through it, especially in relationships, and also the need to pay attention to their intuitive guiding apparatus, which is your intuition before your birthday and your name. You got to understand your spiritual connection to your creator is always going to guide you, whether you use the numbers or astrology or numerology. The gift that you came through with is to do things on a global level with technology, if you can, because you have a very good head for certain things, but you always got to pay attention to your intuitive powers to help people, because the number 2 is about helping people, helping others, helping couples, helping relationships. Just with that name, Nathan, I ain't even going to your birthday. In the Chaldean system, 6 plus 9 plus 6 equals 21. So already it's telling me that you need to write things down and manifest while you're writing, because 21 is the crown of the Magi number. So whatever you put your mind to, you're going to go through your strife. You're going to go through the trials in your life. You're going to go through your ups and downs, but that don't kill you, make you stronger. The crown of the Magi is only given to you after you've shown your form of determination, and then be willing to express it and expand in it. That's the power of 21, which is a 3. And that deals with being compassionate about what you do and being creative about what you do. Compassion and that zero as the divine protection around you, but it's also dealing with intuitive power and master builder, master architect. I'm showing you how it all works. And then when I go just to your life path of your birthday, 10 plus 4 plus 1995 equals 2009. That's the number 11. Again, the master number comes up and shows up in your face. Master number 11 is telling you to pay attention to not only the people that you allow and the company that you keep, but you also got to pay attention to the ideas that come to you, because ideas come to you. But one thing you got to be very careful of is overthinking, because number 4 is like to overthink too much. But if it's positive and productive and you have positive intentions behind it, don't overthink it. Do it till you're satisfied. Do it. Business and otherwise, whatever you're dealing with, Nathan, it's a powerful name to use because you have the master number 22. You have the expressive 21 crown of the magi number. You have the number 20 master number potential of something great you're supposed to do on this planet. But you got to make the decision. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop overthinking. Stop living in your head. And I haven't even done the whole thing. I haven't even done your full name. I haven't done none of this yet. This is nothing. This is a quickie. And like I told people, I said, I don't like quickies. I don't like quickies. All right. So I hope you understand why that has been a running connection between you, your father, your grandfather, and your grand uncle, your great uncle. It's a reason. It's a reason for a lot of that. It's an old soul energy. You're an old soul, sir. You just got to tap in and take what you need from that old soul energy and bring it to the forefront, especially with that 11 life path. Because 11 is the number of fame and fortune, but the 11 is the number of the download of information that you need to put forward on the physical plane. Next, I hope that helped you out, Nate. Put a number 1 in the chat if it helped you out, Nate. I hope it helped you out. Even that word Nate, much love. Even that word Nate has a meaning. Even your last name has a meaning. And you got double R's in your last, and that Torrance, that double R means something too. Man, number 1, you put a number 1 in the chat. Thank you very much, Nate. I hope it helped you out. If your father is still alive, show him this. If you get a chance, because I'm gonna put it in my membership section. You gotta. That's a paid membership. So once I put it in my membership tonight, it's going into membership. I'm gonna let it ride until later on, and then there's a next person. Let's go to the next person that circulated funds. And again, don't just focus on your name, family. Focus on names that may have obstructed you over the years, people that may have caused you trauma or drama. You don't have to just put your name. This was not about name. And I'm going to Shayla next because she's dealing with health. And she sent me 33, and I'm going to go into it about her health. And again, Shayla, this is very personal. It's personal. Because as you're getting older, you can attract health ailments in your life if you're not careful. And that's why I wrote the book. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I got everything in line here. And that's why I wrote the book, Numbers Are Simple. Children's health is important because all of us are children of the Most High, regardless of what. And you can get that book on Amazon and Kindle. You can get all my books on Amazon and Kindle. Well, not Kindle, just Amazon, definitely. And go to my link tree. You go directly to the links. That's linktree/King Simon the Numerator. But that book is specifically for health and the possible ailments that you can attract to your life. We say that again. The children's book on, not this one, let we tell the story. I'm talking about Numbers Are Simple. Children's health is important. It dives directly into it from 1 all the way to 31 because people are either born on the 1st of the month all the way to the 31st of the month. That's what I'm dealing with. And there's a combination that I also reveal on the bottom of all of the different pages about that too. So I'm not here to play with games with people. I'm not here to play games. And if you're about playing games and you're not serious about investing in yourself, then leave me alone. Go somewhere. They got a lot of people you can Google up for free. You can go to and I'm not afraid to give you a free website because I know the free website ain't doing what I do. Because again, it's a perspective. The free websites that are giving you astrology breakdown ain't doing what Raku does. It's his perspective and his 30 to 40 years of study. It's different. 30 to 40 years, I got him coming in. He coming in on September 15th. Different. The free websites are good. Astro Cafe and numerologist.com. Yeah, go to those, please. If you ain't got no finance to circulate and you ain't about this circulation like I'm about this circulation, then go to the free. And usually when people tell me, oh, that costs too much, my sessions cost too much, I'll text them a free website. I say, hey, go to Numerologist. They're only going to do one free thing for you for free, period. Go to numerologist.com. Go and get Lloyd Strayhorn's app, a star 8. You can find it on his website. Go to his thing. I don't have an app because apps don't allow me to be flexible. I'm sorry. I had an app before. I had an app way before Lloyd and many other people. When app first came out, I thought I had an app. But I had an app for productions only. But I respect what Lloyd's app does because it gives a basic perspective of days and months and all that. And then you pay your $2.99 a month and that's it. But if I design an app, you're going to have to come and book a session with me real quick because there's much more I have to offer when you do a direct session with me. I have much more to offer. If you're open to the guidance. Let me say that. Make sure, because remember, it's your numbers and how they connect with words we constantly use. But I added names. Abundance, health, and family. Those words are commonly used in our vernacular, in our verbiage. So Shayla, we're coming to you about health. Let's break down the word health first. That's good because they have a whole thing. Let's break down the word health first for you, Shayla. Que sera, what will be, will be. I used to love that song because my aunt, born on the 15th, she used to sing that song. Que sera, what will be, will be. Big up to my late great aunt Sybil. Get those books on Sybil too. Big up to those books on Sybil. Man, big up to people like Vicky Dillard that shouts out the Sybil's, or Rod Hayes that shout out the Sybil's, and Kev Real Negas. He shouted out the Sybil's yesterday, and also Dr. Valentine shouted out the Sybil book one time too. Big up to that. Okay, so before we get into your birthday and that, let me write your birthday on the board. 6/8/1983. Let's break down your birthday real quick. 6 plus 8. 14, which is a 5. There's your alignment number. This is your personal number. This number is significant. These numbers are significant to your health. This number is significant to your health also. Plus the year that you're born, 1983. That equals 1997. So 6 plus 8 plus 1983 equals 1997. Good. And that also adds up to a health number also. 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 7 equals 26. These are all health numbers, which equals an 8. 26, 2, and 6 are all health numbers. You got to put a lot of health numbers in your birthday. A lot of health numbers. Hold on, drop my chalk. Let's see the year that you're born. 10 plus 8 plus 3 equals 21. Now, Shayla, in regards to you and your health, this is what you need to do. I want you to start writing down your journey, because these two numbers right here are the writers, or one or two of the writers' numbers. Write down your journey of whatever health you may feel you're going through, whatever you're going through. Make sure you journal. And because you're born on the number 8 and you're born in the 6th month and your life path of the 8, make sure you get multiple opinions. If you ever go down a head road, because remember, I can go to Lloyd's book, I can go to my book. Let me go to Lloyd's book. Lloyd's book. Book of numbers are simple. Let's go to Lloyd's book about health and what he says about the number 8 and their health. I think it's very important. Why? Because he and I talk about it in our books. And if I can find it real quick, my book is all mashed up and sectioned and crushed. And big up the Lord. I probably bought his book more than anybody over the years, because I've given books away and all that kind of stuff. So let's go to Lloyd's book on health. 225 is that page. If you have Lloyd Strayhorn's book, go to page 225. This is always a lesson. I'm always teaching, and I'm not afraid to share perspectives. Not afraid to share perspective. Okay, so what he says about the number 8. He says, born on the 8th or 17th or 26th of the month under the sign of Capricorn, and under the sign of Capricorn may fall ill because of deep moods and despondency and intense feeling of loneliness. Also, watch out for rheumatism, blood disease, and the tendency to receive the wrong medication, wrong medical treatment, or wrong drug prescription. In addition, there could be concerns with liver, bowels, excretory system, as well as problems with the knees, teeth, bones, and also remember that rules the colon, or rules your intestinal tract also. Always remember that. That's in my book also. I go into that in my book on page 60, 61, 62, 63. Yeah. Yep. And also remember the number 8. And because the number 8, look at the number 8. It looks like the intestinal tract. If you started doing it, because of the roundness of it, it'd be like the intestinal tract. So you got to always pay attention to those things. But 8 is one of the health numbers that you also have to protect your mind. 6. If you go into my book, I talk about the number 6. Number 6 can suffer from throat and nose and sinus issues and lung issues, especially with women problems such as fibroid tumors, circulation, bronchitis, asthma, anything relating to the sexual organs, the breasts. So I always tell women that are connected to 6 and 8 or in any capacity, got to be very mindful of your health so you can attract the best part of your health. Be balanced. It's very important. Very important. So the word health, I want you to look at it very carefully. I want everybody to look at the word health very carefully. When you add 8 plus 5, 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 8, that adds up to 27, which is a 9. In certain systems of numerology, these are the health numbers: 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9 is also considered a health number, because 9 deals with the ending of the cycle. So it's just like if you're going through all these cycles and you're still suffering from a certain health issue, by the time you reach 9, more than likely is when you get either taken out or put into a hospital because you didn't address it during these cycles. If you didn't address any health issue that might have showed up in cycle 2, going into cycle 4, because you got 3 in between there, you got 5 in between here, you got 7 in between here. But if you ain't addressed all these health issues by the time you reach 9, that's the number of completion and ending. So either it's going to take you off your feet or take you out of this planet. I'm just as real as that. It's just that real. Cycles, patterns, sequences. That's what numbers pay attention to. So if a health scare came about in your 2 personal year cycle, and then you went to your doctor and they said, all right, you got to deal with your colon because that rules the stomach and digestive system, or you got to deal with what to change your eating habits. And you decided, nah, I ain't gonna believe in none of that. You go into your 3 cycle, you feeling all happy because 3 is that jovial cycle and it's happy, but 3 also rules the nerves. Then you go into your 4th cycle, another major health crisis might happen in the 4th cycle where now you're in your head because that's a mental number. You might be in your head, and 4 deals with either wrong diagnosis or wrong medication also, or wrong opinions from doctors might give. That's why I tell people that are in their 4 and their 8-year cycle to always get more than one opinion. And remember, look here, you got double 8s in the word health in the Pythagorean system. In the Chaldean, you got 3 5 dealing with nerves. 3 5s in the Chaldean. So when I added that up together, the Chaldean 10, 5 plus 5, 13 is a 4, plus that 4 plus 9 is, and 4 plus 5 is a 9. That adds up to 23, which is a 5. So the word health adds up to 27, which is a 9. 9 is the last of the Mohicans when it comes to the health cycle. 5 is the nerve cycle. So it deals with nerve endings and nervous breakdown, and paralysis can happen. And because it happens, and that could be affecting your health and your well-being also. The vowels of it adds up to a number 6 in both systems of numerology. Again, another health number from its perspective, but the primary health numbers, as far as studies is concerned, is the even numbers, and then 9 is the completion after you've gone through all the. Do you understand what I'm saying when I say this? Do you understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying when I say this? Put a number 1 in the chat. If, let's say, a health cycle shows up in your 4 personal year or 4 personal month or 4 personal day or 2 personal year, 2 personal month or 2 personal day. If you don't take care of it in those years, or you don't monitor it, by the time you reach a 9 personal year, month or day cycle, it can take you off of this planet, or it will knock you off your feet. That's what I'm trying to say about these cycles. And astrology has it. Cardiology has it. Numbers pay attention to it. It lives it. Numbers are living entities that understand cycles, patterns, and sequences, and it takes a good numerologist or numerovator to interpret the cycle, sequences, or patterns that you're going through. So you can go online and Google this and Google that, but there's always extra nuances to this. And somebody online is not going to tell you, you need to go see a doctor, you need to go check this out, or you need to go down a holistic route, or you need to go blah, 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 blah. Somebody ain't going to say that. So that's why I don't. The apps and online uses is good, but at the end of the day, getting a personal session with somebody and really talking and asking the questions that you want to be put, because I'm question orientated, period. So with you, my dear, just pay close attention and don't let nothing get on your nerve, because your alignment number or your first pinnacle is the nervous energy. So you can't let whatever you're going through as far as health is concerned, do not let it get on your nerves. And of course, 8 is the number of discipline. Be disciplined in your research and what you need to do with your life moving forward. So I hope this served a greater purpose for you, Shayla. You circulated $33 and you wanted something about your health. You have a lot of health numbers, so pay attention closely to your health. I know I went off into a whole lot of things, but I had to. My spirit told me to go there, and I went there. So I hope it helped you out. Next person. Next person. Let me see. We just did Sheila. Universal space. I'm just going to send with you. I'm going to just send the alignment assignment, because obviously that's what you want, because you didn't circulate 22, 33, or 14. You did put your email in there, so I will send you that alignment assignment in a few after the show. I will send you the alignment assignment after the show. Next person. Let's go. Okay, I see Deja sent two different payments here. So Deja, I think one is for you and one is for somebody else. Deja. I see Randall. I guess he's looking. I guess Randall wants to focus on, I guess, your relationship with your name. I believe that's what you're trying to do here. Let me see right here. Randall's next. I guess Randall is next. I know. So, Randall, what is it that you want to do? Are you trying to understand your name or something? What are you doing? Are you trying to connect with a word? What are you doing? I need to know what's happening here, because your name is Randall. What are you doing, Randall? Put it in the chat. And then Deja is copy. Deja paid for Tanya also. Randall, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because I got your name ready to go. And then Deja paid for a Tanya, Tanya. Well, we put that. It can't be the same birthday. Is it the same birthday? Let me see something here. You gave me, Deja, you gave me two of the same birthdays. What is Tanya for? And what is that? What is all of that for? I need to know. I don't like to be confused about anything, because I got things to do. You gave me two different names and two different, what is that for? But let's go to Randall. Obviously, Randall is not saying anything in the chat. Okay, I can take off help. Nobody's saying anything about any particular word or anything else. Again, boom. Randall. Randall. I wanted to do Tanja and my date of birth. Okay, is Tandra somebody that disrupted you in some way, Deja? Is there an issue with Tanja? Or you want to learn how to work with that person? But I'm going to Randall right now. If there's a glare, it's coming from my window. It's not that the board is dirty. It's a very clean board. I clean it every day. When Randall has master number 33, Randall has a master number 33 in his namesake. Calls it a double L. And like I've said before in many of my lessons, that anytime you see doubling letters in, that equates to the double numbers that that is connected to. So the LL, like LL Cool J, is hard as hell. LL, that deals with the master number 33. When you add it all together, that 9 plus 1 plus 5, 6 equals 30. You notice. So whatever Randall came here to do, because of the gift and the skills and the intensity of the name Randall, because of the master number 33, there's a lot of writing. There's a certain sense of mental reflection and mental superiority, but also the need to write. Something just got in my eyes. The need to write and express themselves. And because it's the master number is like the closing of the name, that master number is telling you within the name that whatever you write, there's a form of healing, happiness, enthusiasm that you're supposed to bring or express to the world. That is one of the gifts that you have to offer to this world, is to express yourself and bring joy to people, places, and things that you may enter. The name Randall says that from a Pythagorean perspective. Also, it's a manifestation number. And remember, the number 33, the number 30 is the symbol of mental outlook and superior mindset. It is a number that's supposed to reveal your charm. It's supposed to reveal creativity and intelligence, but you got to be very careful of being scattered on what you do and how you do. Taja is your mom. Okay. Okay, got it. And Randall in the Pythagorean system, the Chaldean system, 3 plus 9 plus 8 plus 3 equals 23. Remember, 23 is the royal star of the lion and lioness, which says you're supposed to bring forms of compassion and healing and also being able to express. And back to that number 3 up there, remember, people that are connected to number 3 in any way, you got to learn to always be willing to take your pain, pleasures, and passion and turn them into profit. When people are connected to that number 3 in any way, it's just that how you present those pain, pleasures, and passion and turn it into profit is going to be very important, especially with the 33. And then because you're born 11/26, the same day as Dr. Sebi, 1990, because you're born that day, when I look at your life path, 11 plus 26, 11 plus 26 plus 1990, that equals 2027. That's 9, 10, 11, master number 11. Insight, don't second guess your abilities, and remember, be careful of the company you allow in your space, because this 26 is reminding you. It could be mother, father, sister, brother, friend. You got to be very careful of bad advice, bad company, bad relationships. making bad collections and bad speculation. Born on the 26th. Sabi went through those stuff throughout his life. The women he dealt with people that he was trying to work with. I was at a lecture with Sabi, that Dr. Sabi Band there cussed somebody out because she didn't listen to what he said, and he was supposed to charge a certain fee, and Sabi said no, let everybody in for free, just to spite that woman because she tried to do something according to him maliciously behind his back. It wasn't one of his wives, it was somebody that he was trying to work with. I seen Sabi do that live and direct. I was there in Brooklyn when it happened. So you got to be very careful of the people in the company you keep. And you got to stay tuned and tap into your intuition and be able to do it from a jovial, happy, and be the royal lion and lioness that you're supposed to do, or what you came to do, because the gift of the name is not only because 33 is there, but your vowels in the name adds up to a number 6 in both systems. So the intentions that you come with this is to heal and help. Sabi was a healer and a helper, born the same day. And your life path is a master number 11, which equates to a number 2. Again, it tells you to the healing numbers and the portal number of the number 11. Stay focused. Stay disciplined, because 26 adds up to that 8. You need to stay disciplined because number 3 and 5 can scatter your thoughts and have you all over the goddamn place if you're not careful. I hope one day you do a full session, Randall. That's all you gave to me. And let me go to the next person. Okay, so we're going to deal with you and your moms, my dear. And it also could depend on your mom's birthday, but let's save that for another time, shall we? First of all, you're born on January the 5th, 1997. Already that 5 love their freedom to do what they love and what they want. So if your mother's controlling, guess what? That ain't going to work with you. As you gotten older, that ain't working with you. And your alignment number is a 6. That 1 plus the 5 equals 6. 6 deals with the feminine energy. Makes sense. Makes sense to me when I'm looking at it. 6 deals with the feminine energy. 6 deals with the feminine energy. If you're born January the 5th, 6 deals with the feminine energy. Now, when I add that all together, when I add the 1 plus the 5 plus the 1997 that you say you're born under, that adds up to 2023. And again, that adds up to number 5. Now, the year you're born, 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 7 equals 26. Now, your mother's name, the way she spells it, Tonja. That's 2, that's 4, that's 6, that's 7, that's 5, that's 5, it's 1, that's 1, it's 1, it's 1. 8 plus 7 equals 15. Your mother's very hard-headed, but so are you. Both of y'all have this hard-headed energy around you. 8 is also a hard-headed energy also. Your mama is hard-headed, so are you. But your mama went through stuff in her family too that you need to pay attention to, because both of y'all have healing numbers connecting with her name and your alignment number. Both of y'all have healing numbers that says that y'all have gone through stuff with your family and need to forgive and heal from whatever, because sometimes our mother will pass things on to their daughters and their sons and don't even realize it, because again, that number 15 in tarot is the devil card. And if you use that magical number for any reason wrongly, then you will be going through a lot of foolishness throughout your life, when in actuality she's supposed to heal and grow into the healing aspect of who she is. That's from the Pythagorean system. Now, when I do it in the Chaldean system, 11, 18. Now, I can tell that your mother can be very argumentative just by that number 9. But you gotta have because you're born on the 5th and you have a life path number 5. You got to be a little bit more adaptable, and you got to be able to understand what she went through, because a lot of stuff is going back into her history, going back into time, things that has happened. And I'm just dealing with her name. I ain't even go to a birthday yet. I ain't getting there yet. Again, her vowels add up to a number 8 in the Pythagorean and a number 7. So there's certain things that she's held inside that she probably haven't told you yet. I'm talking about your mama, not disrespectfully. There's certain things she's held inside that she hasn't, and something that boils her blood from her past. If I'm making sense, put a number 1 in the chat, Deja. If I'm making sense, put a number 1 in the chat. But because you're born under that freedom number 5, you got to be able to adapt, improvise, and overcome, because what happens with number 5, you cannot control a number 5. And sometimes she has a lot of controlling issues. The 8 is a controller. The 9 can be a controller sometimes. The 6s can be a controller sometimes. They get jealous or they get hard-headed. Both of y'all share the hard-headed frequency. Ain't no doubt. Both of y'all have 8s in your charts. No doubt about it. But your 5 is always wanting to break free. Your 5 always want to break free. I still have time. If you're going to circulate funds, yeah. You could either 22, 33, or 44, whatever words you want to put up there that you want to connect with better, like abundance or health or wealth or whatever, love, or a name in your family that you've had problems with that you need. Now, the way it can work, I'm talking to Deja, the way it can work, though, and it's going to take, because remember, you got to remember, children are the next level of their parents, and you're supposed to take it to a higher level, no doubt. The way it can work with you and your mama is to avoid the arguments. Don't get into any contention with her. Leave it. Don't do it to you. And if she's open to it, suggest that she goes to therapy. Because there's certain things that she's held in, and she believes from back in the day she was all alone in her thoughts back in those days. A lot going on with her. And it goes back into time. A lot of this goes back into time, especially with family. And sometimes you inherit that epigenetically just because of that 6 energy. You can inherit that. But there is hope. There's always hope. But you want to make sure you don't pass it on to your children. Whatever your mother goes, even if she don't want to go to therapy, even if she don't want to go through that healing process because she's hard-headed and she likes to keep things to herself and she'll argue you down. There's mothers that do that. There's fathers that do that. It's important that you maintain your balance, because you could use the 6 for positive or negative. Maintain your freedom and your willingness to adapt to what mom is going through. Maintain your discipline because of the number 8. Avoid the arguments with your mom. And be free in what you want to accomplish, because your life path is something that has taken you on the road to free yourself up. And if you feel confined, it will not be a good look for you. You don't like to be confined and locked in. I understand. You don't like to be locked in. And I know you love your mother because the love and frequencies are there. She loves you too, but there's something that she's been holding on to for years. Let it go. Let it go. You got to let it go. She got to let it go. And even let her watch this. Let her watch it. It's only going to be up until later on, but you better let her watch it. Let her watch, or if she wants to do a session with me, but don't push her. Let her watch me first. because she has metaphysical numbers in her chart. She got 7. So she has a spirit in her. She has a fear of God in her. And you know this. I know this just by looking at her number. She has a fear of God in her, fear of a creator in her, but she's been holding on to things for most of her life, and it's a shame. And it goes back to something that happened. Something happened. I don't know if it's mom's side or dad's side. Something happened. You have certain things that you have to forgive and let go from something that happened in your family. Let it go, grow, because you're here to be the greatest part of your parent or your parents, your mother. You can be a great example for your children or other little children in the family. Be that example. All right, Deja. I hope this helped you out in some way. And it's not a coincidence that you call yourself Deja Young, because this is the number of youthfulness. Number 5 and number 1 are the. Remember, in numerology, 1, 3, and 5 are the youthful numbers. So if you have a lot of 1, 3s, or 5s in your name or in your birthday, that's the sign of youthfulness. Do a full session with me when you're ready, my dear Deja, if you can. I would suggest that. Or let your mother study and watch me first. Tell her this ain't nothing psychic. This is nothing crazy. I'm paying attention to patterns, cycles, and sequences, and I've been given a gift. Like all of you have your own gift. I've been given a gift to be able to see the traumas into people. I can see trauma. For some reason, I've been able to see trauma because I went through trauma, and usually trauma recognize trauma, and my job is to help you to navigate so you can at least work on the healing process of your trauma. That's it. That's one of my gifts. Thank the Creator for that. Thank the Creator for that. I thank the Creator for that. Believe me. Okay. Okay, I got 2 different people that sent. I have Ashley. Big up to Ashley. We're staying with one word. So, Ashley, you choose which one you want: motivation or discipline. And I need your birthday. Your birthday ain't up there. I don't see a birthday. Which word? Motivation or discipline? What are you having problems with, Ashley? Andrea, I got your donation. I got your circulation also. What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on any particular word? Let me erase this. Are you focusing on any particular word? Abundance, health, wealth, love, relationship. I don't care what word it is. Or is there some type of name that has bothered you throughout your life that you want to heal from? Yeah, numerology can help give you that guidance. I'm coming to Andrea next. Coming to Andrea. You want to focus on your name only? That's what you want to do? That's what you want to do. It's cool. I got no problems with it. You're born the same day as Vibes Cartel and Nicolas Cage. Got it. You're born the same day as Vibes Cartel. He just came out of jail. And Nicolas Cage. Top-notch actor. Prosperity. You want to work on that word prosperity. Okay. I see it. I see the word that you're talking about. Let's put the word on the board. And I'm going to connect it to your birthday to show you how it works for you. Because you are born with some very prosperous numbers around you. All of us are. But it's the road to prosperity that you have to consider. That's a very good point. So, Andrea, we're coming to you next. And you said prosperity. I'll put that on the board. the word prosperity on the board. And I'm going to put your birthday on the board. It's a very interesting word. And I got something very interesting for you. And you're born 1972. I'm coming to y'all right now. I'm just putting everything on the board. Matter of fact, while we're doing that, let's take a quick commercial break. I'll be right back after this. Hey family, on Sunday, October 13th, I am celebrating 29 years in promotion and production at the new Black Wall Street Mall with tribute to Dick Gregory. That's right, celebrating 29 years, so text that number to get more information. Remember, Baba Ashfar Kwesi and Mirror Kwesi will be closing out the evening with a salute by Dr. B. Sirius, Brother Rich, Red Pill and Blue Pill, Lorenzo Sanford, Sister Golda X, Sister Tassili Ma'at, and so much more. Make sure you go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerator or scan the QR code. That's right. I'm back. Make sure you scan that QR code, family, if you want to hang out with all of us that's going to be there. And I'm glad that Dr. B, he spoke to me, and he going to be there. He can't wait to come and enjoy himself. Dr. B can't wait to tell y'all some stories about Dick Gregory. Boy, my goodness, he got a lot of stories. Yep. Make sure y'all go to my Linktree/King Simon the Numerator if you want to come on out. It's going to be a great event. Brother Rich is also going to share some of his wisdom that he had with Dick Gregory. I am going to share some of my wisdom because I've done security for Dick Gregory. And it's a beautiful thing. First and foremost, my dear, hold on. Let me put the sister's name up here again. Let me put the name up here. First and foremost, the word prosperity, 7, 8, 9, 2, 6, 7, 1, 3, 7, 8 again, 5, 5, 9, 2, 9, 1, 2, 4, 7, and 1. That word prosperity. The word prosperity. Then you better write this down. If you can't see the board, you better write this down. You better write down the word prosperity. Go and this is a lesson. This is a lesson. If you can't see the board, the only reason you can't see the board, there's a glare coming from my light. That's all. The word prosperity. Google up the word. Google up the chart. The Pythagorean and the Chaldean. Up here is the Pythagorean. Down here is the Chaldean. Because it's not about what you're seeing on the board. It's really about listening to what has to be said and what's going to be shared to you. But I want people to learn for themselves also. I want people to learn. It's very important. I'm not going to get no fancy anything. I like old school because old school is the true school, and old school allowed us to learn. All that Google, and y'all doing too much bullshit on the Google. Excuse my language. Y'all doing too much. And some of our children are being dumbed down by this apparatus called a computer. We're being dumbed down by a lot of stuff. When we did this is what meant a lot. Because when you had your children write and learn, some of our children don't even know how to write in script. How in the world you don't know how to write in script? My goodness, I can still write in script. You put this in front of them, they don't know what that says in script. I put this. They don't know what that says in script. Some of our children don't even understand the clock and what the different times from 12 and 3 and 6 and 9. They don't even know how to use an analog clock. Something is wrong. They don't know how to tell time. They can only use the digital clock. They don't know how to write cursive. I write in all my books cursive. Damn it, learn. You want to see the board? Then go and get yourself the Chaldean system. Go Google up this and snapshot it and then write what I said. Put prosperity on your piece of paper and put the numbers and then add it up. I need y'all to learn. I'm not going to be here forever. Lloyd ain't going to be here forever. You got to learn for yourself how to use your own ancient science. And the problem with somebody born on the 1 and the 7 is the lack of discipline sometimes. The lack of discipline. The lack of discipline. When you have this 8, when in actuality the 7 says you need to research. If you want to be prosperous, you need to research, and you have to have multiple streams of income, because that 8 deals with multiplicity of income. Don't limit yourself. I don't give a damn about you can't see the board. Get yourself together. Don't talk prosperity when you're already a mathematical prosperous person. Your number 8 is the number of abundance. It attracts. The number 7 is the number of the law of attraction. Your life path is a number 9, so it tells me that you got to finish what you start. You've had problems throughout your life finishing what you start, especially pertaining to your own business. You can work for other people. You do well working for other people. But when it comes to you, in actuality, when that alignment number shows up there, when that alignment number shows up right there, when that number 8 shows up right there, you're really supposed to be a leader at whatever you do. You're supposed to be a leader, not a manager. You're not supposed to work for anybody. You're supposed to have your own business. And if it's a with a 7 and an 8, you got 7 and 8 in your charts. You got 7 and 8 in your chart. Period. Your alignment number is an 8. In the Chaldean, it's a number 8 with a big. And any letter that starts off a word or a name, that's the letter that initiates the word or the name. So in order for you to be prosperous, not only do you have to have multiple streams of All righty. Hold on, let me drop this. All righty, all righty, all righty. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Hey, can you hear me now? Come up on my phone. Can you hear me now? I don't know what's going on in the computer. Uh-oh. I had to come up on my phone. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. I had to come up on my phone. Let me get back onto what I gotta go. I gotta stay focused. You know, my energy is knocked down everything. My energy is knocked down everything, yo. Cause it's a powerful thing what just happened. So that's good. Yeah, my energy has knocked down everything. Again, getting back to the person that is born on January the 7th. Hold on, let me make sure I don't. Hold on one second. Microphone check, 1 2. Let me see. And add. There you go. All right, now we're back. Okay, let me get rid of that. Okay, now I'm back. Now I'm back on my regular scheduled program. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Woo! Where was I? Where was I? Man, my energy could turn up. My energy turns up in here. Again, this person that Andrea, the word prosperity, going back to the word prosperity, very important because you already got the two numbers that is the leading component to the word prosperity. The only issue that you can have is it's not your discipline, and if you're not creating multiple streams of income and the need to do necessary work. And when it comes up, don't second guess it. Just go ahead and finish what you got to do and be willing to do the research that you have to do with it. You're born in the year 1972 that adds up to 19, which is one of the best combination of numbers to have because it's the number of the sun in tarot and it's here to help shine light. But it adds up to the number 10, which is the wheel of fortune. Whatever you put your mind to in a prosperous manner, it can be done. But when I add up the word prosperity, 7 plus 9. That adds up to 62, which is a number 8. Look at the connection. You don't have problems. You shouldn't have problems being prosperous in what you do. It's just that the discipline has to kick in and you have to create multiple avenues. You have no problem. The word prosperity adds up to number 8. That is one of your living frequencies that follow you. And you're born under the sign of Capricorn, and Capricorn in numerology and its connection to astronumerology is a number 8. Capricorn is known as the make it happen symbol, the make it happen sign. 8 is known as a karmic number, but depend on the positive karma that you put out there or the negative. You can attract either or either because karma only means cause and effect. So in order for you to be prosperous in whatever you do, because the word prosperity adds up to the number 6 and the 2, you have to find balance in what you want to be prosperous about, and you have to be compassionate about what you want to find prosperity in. In the Chaldean system, when I add it all together, that's 10. 8 plus 2 is 10. 7 plus 3 is 10. 8 plus that 7 plus that 5 plus that 1 equals 41. That's the number 5. So in order for many of us or all of us to be prosperous, but mainly her in her connection with it, 5 41 deals with not only being disciplined, but being also creative in what you do, and then find the need to expand in your discipline and your creativity. It's about expanding in it. So, in order for her, if I add up her 8 plus the 9, which is her life path, that comes up to 17. That is the legacy leaving number. So, whatever you do, Andrea, in planning to become prosperous or having prosperity, you have to think about the legacy that you're supposed to leave or the legacy you need to leave for your family, because that is known as the legacy leaving compound number. As far as the 5 plus the 9, I'm talking about your life path. That adds up to 14, which is just the reverse of the number 5, of the number 41. That tells me you have the ability to deal with crowds and masses of people. And because the number 9 is an international number, you're not limited here. Look at Nicolas Cage, born the same day. Look at Vybz Kartel, the reggae artist, just came out of jail, and he's still relevant, not just in Jamaica, but all over the world. Because 7 is a traveling number. 8 is a prosperous and abundance number that tells you you need to always recognize what are assets in your life and what are liabilities, whether it's property ownership, whether it's places that you live, whether it's people that you invite in your house. If you want to be prosperous, you have to recognize the assets and the liabilities in your life and get rid of the liabilities. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. I'm talking to Andrea. There's a lot I was saying in the early parts of it, but it is what it is. But I'm telling you, in order for you to be prosperous and on that level of high prosperity, you have to have multiple streams and be balanced and compassionate about what you want to do and finish what you start and be the leader of it and do your research of it and make sure you recognize assets and liabilities in every aspect of your life, people, place, and things. Even your own children can be a liability to you. Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. When you're ready to do a full session, it's going to be very important because you got a lot even in your name tells me a lot. When you're ready to do a full session, let me see who else I'm going to next. Big up to John Alba. John Alba just texted me from just emailed me from Comedy Hype. Big up to the Comedy Hype crew. Okay, Ashley, let me see what you got here. That's my daughter's name, Ashley. Ashley, let me see what you got here. Thank you much. I don't know. You're welcome. I hear you. Okay, Andrew, I'm glad you hear me, but I need you to internally listen. You got to internally listen. Listen. Queen of Four wrote a very good book called Impeccable Listening. Don't just hear me. I want you to internally and impeccably listen. Listen clearly. Because this is numbers don't, everybody like to say numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Y'all think it's this hocus pocus. This ain't hocus pocus. This is paying attention to pattern, cycles, and sequences. And in order for you to be successful, you need to keep yourself in alignment on the positive aspect with positive intention. And don't get caught up in your feelings. Because sometimes people born under that 7 could hold on to things in their head. Go read the book, 4 Agreements. One of his agreements is don't take nothing personal. Don't take nothing that I say personal. I may have been screaming and yelling earlier, but don't take it personal. Calm it down and say, hey, you know what? Let me listen attentively to what this brother is saying about my own numbers, because numbers don't lie. People lie to themselves. Numbers don't lie. People lie to themselves. That's one thing I've seen over the years with even my own children. Numbers don't lie. People lie to themselves. And they'll try to throw my numbers back on me, and then they'll try to live in the negative of the numbers. And I'll be like, I beg your pardon. Don't you ever try to live in the negative of a number, because the numbers offer the positive aspect first. If you go down the negative, that's you going down the negative. That's not the number. Numbers don't control nobody. It's here to guide you like a GPS. The GPS is made up of numbers and frequencies and patterns and cycles. That's what the GPS is made up of. I got you. You didn't, did you give me a birthday? Yeah, I think you did. Oh, okay. So, Ashley, you're talking about your birthday. Okay, I see what I see where you're coming from, Ashley. So you're born 5/9, 5/9, 1985. 1985, I think. Is that 19? Yeah, born 5/9, 1985. And you're thinking about motivation. First, the root word of motivation is motive. You have to have a motive of where you're going. And because it starts with that 4 energy, mentally, it has to grow in your mind first. And number 4 is a mental number. That number 4 is a mental number. So when any word is leading with a number M, look at the mind of that, or the mentality that it's exuding, or something that's disturbing the mind, like media, music, motivation, movies, anything that you see M with, even people's name. The people with M can play mind games also, manipulate. People with M. Oh, I'm showing y'all some other nuances. Anytime you see those mind numbers leading any word or any name, like Monique, Matthew, Malcolm, they're good with words and manipulating things, whether it's for the good or the positive, because those are mind numbers. And it's ruled by the number 13, which is a 4, and that deals with power and dominance. So when you see people with names that start off with that M, or you see the double M's, look at the deeper, singular nuances of the letter M. And it'll give you that first hook punch, bop, that first snap, bop, to alert you to who that person is. Oh, it's powerful when you go, even with the letter A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I don't care where you're going with it. You're going to see it. All right, so this person here is born. Okay, this is Ashley Matthews. She's dealing with motivation. The question I have to ask of you, Ashley, born 5/9, born 5/9, 85. Oops. The question I got to ask for you, because your first alignment number, that 9 plus that 5 equals 14. There goes that 14 again. There goes your 9. And when you add that 14 plus the 1985 equals 1999, which equals 28, which equals 10, which equals that 1. The year you're born, 23. Motivation. The word motivation, like I said, the root word of motivation is motive. That 10, 4 plus 6 equals 10, 2 plus 9 equals 11, 4 plus 1 is 5, plus that 11 again, plus that 11 equals 48. 4 plus 8 equals 12, which is a 3. in the Chaldean system, let's deal with that. 11 plus 5 plus 7 plus 5 plus 12 equals 40. Okay, great. Now, let's align motivation with Ashley. For the Pythagorean system, if I add the 1 plus the 3, that adds up to 4. In order for you to stay motivated or have motivation, it takes a level of discipline to keep yourself motivated. And because you're born on the 5 energy, what happens here, sometimes that energy of the 5 can be scattered. You have the scattered energy of your alignment number, and you have the scattered energy of the year you're born is also dealing with the scattered energy. And sometimes with scatteredness come recklessness. So you got to be very careful of allowing the scattered energy to throw you off, when in actuality, in order for motivation to set in, you have to be disciplined with your mind, and you have to constantly bombard your mind with things that will motivate you, affirmations, mantras, prayers, whatever it is to keep your, and that's what I spoke about earlier about the words. 4 plus the 1 equals 5. 5 again. It's not just about the negative of the 5, which is scattered, which can deal with anxiety, but also the powerful of the 5 is communication, just like the number 4. The power of the number 5 is the freedom to expand and be able to adapt and to travel as you're using this motivation. And because you're born on the 9th, that's an international number. So whatever you do, you're supposed to do it on an international level, not limiting yourself in order for you to become the leader, because your life path breaks down to a number 1. But you got to divorce yourself from people, places, and things that no longer serve your purpose and that you may feel that's holding you back. Because you love love. You're born under the sign of Taurus, and Taurus is ruled by the number 6, which deals with the foundation. And probably whatever's keeping you out of being motivated is because you like your stability, and to get off your stable horse or your stable footing is going to mean risk. It's going to mean fearlessness, because number 9 and 5 is the number of fearlessness. 9 and 5 are the numbers of fearlessness. Fearlessness. You have to be fearless in what you want to accomplish, because you're so caught up. You've been raised to be stable. But when you are fearless and when you have to take risks, that's going to challenge your stability right now. So if you want to stay in your motivational frequency, although it's connected to a disciplinary communication number, add a jovial, happy number on the other end of it. And when I add your numbers to it, adds up to 4, where you're going to need discipline, yes. You're going to need a foundation, yes. But you can't be afraid to take risk. That's what I'm talking about with you. You can't be afraid to take risks. You have to be fearless, because you're born under the fearless number 9, and you have 5 that keeps on popping up in your chart. That's another number of adventure, freedom, fearlessness. Does that make sense to you, Ashley? Does that make sense to you in some way? I'm talking to Ashley. I think I have gotten complacent. And 5 don't allow you to be complacent. But 5, think about the times when you was young, when you had joyful and happy times, because that's when a lot of great things could have been happening, or there's a lot of scandals, or there's a duality in this. Because usually the 5, this early part of your life, that represents the 5, that you could have been traveling all over the place. Maybe your mother or father and them was in military, or they like to travel, or your mother took you everywhere they went, whether it's going to a family member's house or whatever. You was traveling and moving. There's a lot of moving about. Or there could have been scandals and a lot of things happening between your mother and your father, or things happening in the family that could have caused a lot of the complacent energy to set in by the time you get it old, when in actuality, 9 and 5 is here to set you free. 9 and 5 is here to set you free. Taurus love the stability because they're earth signs. They love stability. And it's connected to the number 6, which is an earth number. Love stability. My mother's a Taurus. Believe me, I know. I told my mother, go to Jamaica with her sister. No, I don't want to go there because my leg is this and my arm is this and my foot is this. Why? Go to Jamaica. That's where you're born. You'll be all right. One thing elders don't realize that comes from those islands, that if they leave America, which has been so strenuous to them, and they go put their foot back in the dirt of their earth that they was born and bred on, it will start to heal them again. My mother don't understand that. And because you're born under the sign of Taurus, the bull, which can be hard-headed, you're hard-headed. And if you want discipline to kick in, you have to practice discipline on a consistent level. Because in order for the motivational frequency to work with your life path that followed you throughout your life, you have to have discipline. You have to have a plan in order for you to stay in a motivational mindset. Because again, the word motivation starts with the M, which deals with the mind. And if you don't mind yourself, your behind will follow. So the 5 that keep on reminding you here, and the 9 that deals with the international, go and travel. As a matter of numerical fact, this is what you need to do. Next year, 2025, which you know and I know adds up to a number 9. Next year will be a very good year for you to do some stuff that you haven't done. Next year is a good year for dreams fulfilled if you're focused on, if you really want to fulfill your dream. Because 9 is going to be a number 9 year, and the 2025 will be favorable for people born on the 9th of the month, people born on the 18th of the month, and people born on the 27th of the month, and also those that are born under the sign of Scorpio and Aries will be a favorable year for them next year, 2025. And you're starting to feel the effects of it in September now, because September going into October, November, December, and January, December are all the sneak peek months of what. That's why you would even take a chance to want to do something like this, because you're feeling something that's coming upon you. And you need some form of guidance, but you need to activate the fearless number 5 and number 9. You're born in the 5th month. You're born on the 9th day. Your alignment number after 14 to a 5. Your year that you're born out of to a 23, which is a 5. You need to release the comfortable. Because remember what I wrote in my book about complacency. Comfort is the enemy of progress. You've heard that saying many times. Comfort is the enemy of progress. I know this looks like mumbo jumbo right now. It looks like mumbo jumbo, but if you pay attention to what was said and what was written when I was writing it, then because I'll go all over the place. That's why I just can't do PowerPoints. You're going on your first trip this month. Congratulations. And September is a number 9 month. You're born on the 9th. That's going to be good. Let's see what year you're in. 5 plus 9 plus 2024 equals 2038. That's 11, 12, 13. Good. All right. You're in a 4 personal year. So right now you're in the crossroads of your life right now. You're in the crossroads of your life. Crossroad means cross the road, make the definitive decisions, and make some moves. That's what it means. That's all it means. Cross the road. So right now you're in a 4 personal year cycle since your birthday, and 4 begins your crossroad of doing new things and initiate new things and crossing the road Get off of that indecisiveness and second guessing yourself and overthinking too much. You're doing too much. All right. Oof. Okay, Magic, I see that you sent the $88.88 for the book and you want the Billy Carson book, Woke Knows Be Woke. Okay, give me a little time. I'm going to be sending that to you. All right, give me a little time. I'm going to send that to you. Okay, Deborah, I see that you, hold on a second. Take your time. Yeah. It's going to take some time because you're getting a hardcover book and I have to go to the print. I have to call the printer. I have to email. I got to send it to the printer. The printer, you're not going to get no names. I'm not going to sign it. Going to get a hardcover. More than likely, you probably get the Woke Doesn't Mean Broke book before my book, but don't worry, it's on the way because once I send it to the company, they print it and send it out within 12 to 14 working days. So yeah, be patient and it will come. But you're more than likely going to get Woke Doesn't Mean Broke. As a matter of fact, hold on one second. I'm coming to you, Deborah. I see you up there. I see you. I'm going to take this commercial break real quick. I use the bathroom. I'll be right back after this. I got to do it number one, y'all. Number one. So stay focused. All right. So I'll be back after this. All right. Be patient.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
Hey family, on Sunday, October 13th, I am celebrating 29 years in promotion and production at the New Black Wall Street Mall with tribute to Dick Gregory. That's right, celebrating 29 years, so text that number to get more information. Remember, Baba Ashra Kwesi and Mirror Kwesi will be closing out the evening with a salute by Dr. B. Sirius, Brother Rich, Red Pill and Blue Pill, Lorenzo Sanford, Sister Golda X, Sister Tassili Ma'at, and so much more. Make sure you go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerator or scan the QR code. Right, make sure you scan the QR code. If you don't have the QR code to come hang out with us, Dr. B. Sirius, Brother Rich, Red Pill, Blue Pill, everybody, scan this QR code and come on out, or go to my Linktree/King Simon the Numerator and make sure y'all come on out. Don't forget, this coming Sunday, we have Ra Aku, Cosmo Physician meets the Numerovator himself. The Cosmophysic Master meets the Numerovator himself. It's going to happen right here, the phases of the moon and how they affect your life. Oh man, new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, and full moon, waning gibbous, third quarter, and waning crescent. We're going to be talking about all of that terminology and everything. And he's going to have his board too. Raul's going to have his whiteboard. I'm going to have my blackboard. So, it's going to be crazy this coming Sunday, baby. This coming Sunday is going to be cray with myself and Raul getting it in. We're going to get it in hardcore, family. Me and Aku going to get it in hardcore. All right, look here. We got the next person that circulated some funds is Deborah or Deborah, depending on who you, in Hebrew, they say Deborah. They call it Deborah. In project is Deborah. In project is Deborah. I'm just letting you know. Hold on. In project knowledge is Deborah. And I see that you want motivation also. Okay, you want the word motivation connected to your name, connected to your birthday. Okay, so let's we're focusing on that. We're not focusing on your name. We're going to do what motivates you in your life path, what you need to do. All right, so I think this is going to be the last one. It's going to be the last one. Deborah is going to be the last one. So let me put up here. Deborah is going to be the last one. So don't circulate any more funds. Do not circulate any more funds. Deborah is going to be the last one. She wants the word motivation. Let's keep it up here. Let's keep it 100 with her. She's born 5. She's born 5 to. Let me make sure. Let me put this. Let me circle this on the bottom. Do not circulate anymore. I might come up again, do a part 3. People have been asking me about this, but I have something special coming up for y'all. Don't worry, I got something coming special because I got to get those lessons to y'all too. Got to get those, not those lessons, those alignment assignments. Universal. Let me see. There's a person, Universal Space. I will be sending you the alignment assignment in a few. Those who still want any part of the alignment assignment, this is the circulation fee for the alignment assignments. Let me give y'all. I gave people alignment assignments and exercises on 9/8 and also on 8/26. I gave, so I will give you the exercise and the alignment assignment, and the circulation fee is only $11.11, $12.12, $13.13, and up through PayPal and Cash App. So if you want the exercise that I gave on September the 8th or the alignment assignments on the Lionsgate of Virgo, Lionsgate was the analytical Lionsgate, because we're still dealing with the 8/8 on August the 26th, or 2 + 6 = 8, and it was still 8, 8, and 8. So I gave people alignment assignments of quiet time and the importance of quiet time and how essential it is to do those alignment assignments that I give you, because it helps you to align and realign you with what you came to do on this planet. So those who want it, you can make sure in the Cash App or the PayPal, you give me your email. I need your email in the Cash App or the PayPal if you want the exercise. I'm giving the exercise and the alignment assignment 11/11, 12/12, 13/13. That's the money you can circulate and up depending on you, but use Cash App and PayPal. Just letting you know if you want the alignment assignments, that's how we working it. All right. Those assignments were very important. Very important. And I'm going to be giving another one between the 17th and the 26th of this month. I'm giving another one between Brother Richard's birthday and my sister's birthday, who happens to be September 26th. I'm going to give another one. All right. So Deborah, 1965. Deborah, get out of your head, girl. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. You know, we talked before. I think we talked before. You did a session with me before. You know what it is. 1972. There it goes again. That 1972, but at 1 + 9 + 7 + 2 = 19. There goes that number 19 and that 10 again. Now, again, same thing with the last person is interesting. Same thing with the last person about that 1 connected to that 3 of motivation, which is 4, and that 1 connected to that 4, which is motivation, which is 5. So 5 and 4 are 2 communicating numbers. Again, in order for you to stay motivated, Deborah, you have to break free. That's why in one system of numerology, your 4 of motivation that adds up to your life path, there's a sense of freedom that you need to break out of, but you live in your head because this is a mental number. And like I tell people, everything you want is on the other side of fear. Everything you want to accomplish. But if you're living in your head and you're over emotional about certain things and you're living in that, that comfortable because you're born under that Taurus again, that Taurus energy. stability. You love your stability. That's good. I'm glad you love stability. But not when you got a traveling number right here. You just need to get out your head. And then being born in the year 1965, 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 5 equals 21. You need, see, this is what Deborah needs to do. Because of the writing part that she is dominant in now. You are now in the 28-year cycle. The 28-year cycle of this particular number, which adds up to 21, which is a 3. What do I mean by that? If you read my book, there's seven different cycles, yes. But in my book, I talk about, I'm gonna read something to you. I talk about, hold on a second. I talk about the key of life, the key life cycles. The key life cycles is learning how to identify the key life cycles called development, power, wisdom, and reflection cycle. The first development cycle corresponds with the month where we are born in. The second cycle is called the power cycle, corresponds with the date that you're born. The third cycle is called the wisdom cycle, which corresponds with the year that you're born. And the fourth cycle is called the reflective cycle, which is the last years until you transition. The last years until you transition. So whatever it adds up to, let me show you. So right now, Deborah, if you add Deborah is at this age of her life, she is 59 years of age. Deborah's 28-year wisdom cycle came in around her 56th birthday. Around your 56th birthday is when, and you are 59 years old now. Around 56th birthday is when this year cycle for 28 years was going to go. And you came out of your development cycle right around your 56th birthday. You went right into your wisdom cycle. Wisdom cycle lasts from 56 plus 28 equals 84. You have until 84 years to your 84th birthday to exude this form of this cycle. This part of your cycle is what's going to be more dominant right now, because that is the number of expression and expansion. And remember, 21 is the number of initiation and your determination. What do I say about the number 21 in my book? If you read my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability, it's the number of the world. It's called, in tarot, it's called the number of the world, and it's depicted by the beginning of a new cycle of angelhood, 777, the highest possible development of the adept. It is also said the person connected to the number 21 gains success after long battles, and the crown of the Magi, because that's the number 21, is only gained after long initiation and test of your determination. In other words, you have to go through some stuff to get to some stuff. Just make sure it is worth it in the long run. So right now you are in the cycle of 21, which is the symbol of the universe. And it's the number of love, compassion, and creativity. So right for the next 28 years since your 56th birthday, you're supposed to be practicing and being creative, being compassionate, and loving what you do and be motivated by it. But it's going to take discipline, and it's going to take your need to break free from overthinking. You're overthinking too much. And this is the time right now to write your ideals. Be compassionate, be creative, and write your ideals that you want to manifest. And go ahead and manifest it. You're born the same day as The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. You're born the same day as The Rock. Rock doing his thing. I just watched the full movie with him. It's not like you don't have the same similar energy. At least these two energies are the same similar energy. But he didn't live in his head. He manifested because the number 7 is the number of the law of attraction. So whatever you put in your mind, you need to manifest. But if you put in your mind that you're always going to be slow or to yourself or be quiet, that's where you're going to live for the rest of your life. When in actuality, you can be manifesting some great things just because this is the law of attraction number. I'm talking to Deborah. This is the last one. She is the last one. I'm talking to you. Deborah said true. I'm just saying. And it doesn't have to be true. Stop living. I mean, as far as living in your head, you don't have to. Everything has duality. And if you've done a session with me and anybody do a session with me, I always tell them, look, when we come out the womb, we live. When we're going back into when we're about to transition, we're going to die. We're going to leave this planet one day. It's what you do between this life and death that's important. Why live in the bleachers when you could come out in the field and do some exciting work? Because you got a lot of good work of healing that you're supposed to do. You got a lot of good work of writing all of your experience and turn it into a book form. You got a good lot of work to be doing that's a leader that can shine light on the things and that will bring the wheel of fortune to you. Just because 1972, your life path adds up to a 19, which is a sign in the light. The sun shines light on things. It's a karmic number if you don't operate on its most positive and productive. And the number 19 deals with liberation, deals with attainment, deals with happiness and honors. It's called, the number 19 is called the prince or the princess of heaven. So like the most honorable Elijah Muhammad says, get your heaven at once. Stop overthinking and holding yourself back when you could just write yourself into heaven. You can speak yourself or and if you have problems speaking and teaching, go take a course in Toastmasters. Go to Toastmasters.org or .com and learn how to find your gift in speaking, because in your wisdom cycle that you're in now, you're supposed to share your wisdom with the world, with young people, with people that want to hear and please don't care. I was talking to a client the other day. Well, a potential client. She paid and my spirit said, call her. My spirit told me to call her. And I called her. She's under the sign of Cancer. And she's the second or third person that's been going through the same thing. And I said to her, I called her out of the blues. And although our session is just a pre-recorded, my spirit said, call her. And I said, you need to let go of what you've been holding on. And she started crying on the phone. Our session is not even until Sunday. Sunday is when I'm going to record her pre-recorded session. But I felt my spirit says, call her. Because again, Cancer is my Jupiter. So I know even in my Jupiter, I can help her expand by what I said. And as soon as I called and said what I said, she started crying. Because she's on a spiritual journey. And when you are in this wisdom cycle, you need to recognize that all that you went through and all that you earned and you learned, you need to express it. I'm talking to you now, Deborah. On multiple levels, stop holding it back. And if you feel that you're lacking and you're not motivated, then reposition yourself and reassess where you're going and then keep on moving to the next level. And then unite and connect, because this number 2 is a number that works with people, that's here to connect with people. So connect with the right energy that's going to take you to the next level. Constantly do the work, put it out there. Your name leads with the D, which is the number 4. So you're supposed to rule technology. D, M, V in the Pythagorean supposed to rule technology. D, M, T in the Chaldean supposed to rule technology and use technology to its highest degree. That was the last person that circulated funds that I'm doing sessions for. You're late, and plus you didn't circulate any funds. I'm talking to you, shocked to 5. You didn't circulate any funds, and I'm not taking any more funds because I've been up here since 10 o'clock. I've been up here since 10 o'clock. So next time, thank you for coming in. But next time you can circulate funds, because this ain't no. I tell everybody, and I'm telling you. If you're a new person, I'm not one of those people that just does things just because I'm doing things. This is a gift, And if you don't respect my gift, then leave this channel alone, because King Simon only have quality people on my channel. That's the name of my channel. King Simon Presents Only Quality People. And if you're not qualified enough to circulate funds to help me to keep my channel going, then get off of my channel and go somewhere else. I am really about that life. That's how I am. I'm really about that life, and I'm not playing with none of y'all. I don't care who you are, who you feel you are. Even if you run into me in the street, I will tell you the same thing to your face. Don't do this. I'm too young for this. I'm going through my second childhood. So whoever you think you are, share and spread love. If you want me to spread knowledge and my abilities, and like I said, you can Google this stuff up for free. I'm gonna say it again. You can Google all this stuff for free, but because I have a different delivery and I study the motivational nuances of this, that's why my system is called Numerovation for a reason. It's not astronumerology, which I respect Lloyd for doing. It's not just astrology, or it's not just cardology. It's not just cosmos. I do it my way, like Frank Sinatra said. I did it my way. I do it my way, and it gets results. Just like this. Just like everybody else's get results from their own perspective. And you're going to respect my perspective. You're going to respect what I do. All the time. And if you ain't willing to celebrate and circulate, then that's you. I'm letting you know this is what I do. This is my life. This is what I am here for. Because I've been in the debauchery of club life and smoking weed and drinking liquor and all of that. I'm 57. 5 + 7 = 12. I'm 3 years old now. I'm going through my second childhood. Once a man and twice a child. That's what I'm here for. I'm in my second childhood. I am. Even the words I am means something mathematically. So respect my channel. And if you can't respect my channel, get off of my channel. Simple as that. 2 books that I would recommend. Right now, I've been reading this book, very good book. This is the book by the priesthood, Brother Noble Ampu and Minister Jew. They was on Brother Richard's show. This is called Wisdom, Spiritual Wisdom for the 21st Century. Go get this book. Very good book to have. Spiritual Wisdom for the 21st Century they call themselves Inner Peace Lighthouse. That's their group. But it is Minister Jew and Noble Ampu. They wrote this book. They have a question and answer, Q&A. The whole book is really Q&A, and both of them answer the question from their perspective. Very good book. Another good book I would recommend, I'm soon to have him on my show, Brother Nuri Muhammad, The Mathematics of the Mind. I let a friend of mine read this book, and she is enthralled with the information, how he presents it from the Nation of Islam perspective. What I love about Nuri is that he's a number 3, and he's open to he's open. He's like Dr. Khalid, both of them born under that number 3 energy. What I like about the priesthood is that they're willing to tap into all the different types of religion to bring that spiritual wisdom out. So I'm sharing books that I ain't afraid to share. Go support them. Go spend money with them. Go circulate finance, because it's worth it from all perspectives. If you agree with me, put the number 1 in the chat. It's worth it from all perspectives, because you take what you need to make yourself best in this world. You take what you need to make yourself the best. Put the number 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. All right. Deborah was the last person. Thank y'all very much. Woo, man. Been up here since 10 o'clock, 10:30. I've been up here. I'm not doing like Panic. Panic does 5 and 8 hours. That's my brother Panic. May he rest in peace. Panic did 5 and 8 hours. Big up to him. Big up to him. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Linda. Thank you very much for whatever it is. Man, you a beast. No, I'm a God. I'm not a beast. I'm a God doing God things. Thank you very much, Scotty. Thank you very much, Scotty. Thank you very much to everybody that came through and showed love and circulated any type of funds. My brother MJ, I will be hooking you up and sending you the Billy Carson book. Look out for that first, because I'm going to go to the mailbox today. I think I might go to the mailbox today, and then I have to go online and order your book to make sure that hardcover gets to you. So MJ, look out for that. That's going to be coming your way soon. My fault. You're right. Yeah, man. I'm there. Look, I'd rather, rest in peace to my brother, Panic, man. Rest in peace to brother Panic, man, all the time. All the time. And salute to Bobby Hemmett. He's not transitioned yet, but I've heard some reputable people talk to some reputable people. He's still alive, but he's just not doing this. He's just not out here doing that. This was not his like he told brother Panic, the online stuff was not him. He was about interacting close on people. All that stuff you see online, that wasn't him putting that out. He didn't put that out there. It was either brother Shabazz and other people, Tap Productions. So Bobby is not saying what he has to say now because he has finished talking. That's it. So don't expect any miracles and none of that stuff if that's what you're expecting. Even sister like Miss Blue said the same thing. Bobby is out there in his energy is in the realms. His body might be here, but his energy is in the realms. And if it's in the realms of your computer or online, just respect it. And if you see any donations that you could donate to him, I think through Sirius Times, I think only that's the donation place that you can send and keep on donating to what they're putting up out there with Bobby. As long as it has a connection to, those people that know him and his wife, Linda, very closely. I'm not following whatever everybody else is saying as far as he's gone and all that kind of stuff. He may be gone energetically wise, but his body is still here. And that's all we can respect. That's all I'm hearing. That's all I hear. So don't ask me nothing else. Don't ask me nothing else. All right. Did you you need to send me your you should have put your address in the oh, you should have, oh, you didn't put your address. Yeah, you need to text me your address, MJ. Text me your address, MJ, for the books. All right. Text me to this number right here. Text me this to this number right here. Text me your address right now, your name and your mailing address, and I will start sending things out. Just give me some time. I got to relax and take a little time, calm down a lot of energy. All right. Remember, please support my paid advertisers like Nina Dunham. Make sure you support these people that have taken the time out to create their own business with their gift. This is their gift, and they have created their own business with their gift. Take your time out and support them. 470-775-6434. Hit up Nina anytime you want to get it done, cardology-wise, astrology, and numerology. Tarot by this beautiful sister, Carrie Ann Ingram. Hit her up at 226-909-8363. Hit her up. Also, she does jewelry and she does distant Reiki. Also, if you currently are looking to work from home, part-time, full-time position, currently interviewing, they are interviewing. Text the words hire me to 770-861-9906. That's 770-861-9906 if you want to work from home part-time, but you got to have got to get a background check. So there's going to be, you got to have a clean background. Make sure you have a clean background. You ain't got no felonies. You ain't crazy. You ain't out of order. Check this out. Okay. And if you, especially young people and older people, the society seems to disrespect y'all, both of y'all. The society seems to disrespect both of y'all, especially when it comes to car insurance. If you're too young, they're going to charge you a whole lot. If you're too old, they want to charge you a whole lot. I don't know what the heck's that all about, because they feel you're a hazard. You're hazardous on the street, both old and young. So y'all, young and old, have something in common, especially when it comes to cars and driving. They think you're going to be a hazard on the car while you're young. They think you're going to be hazardous while you're old. But this lady has had testimonial after testimonies after testimony on how much money she saved them with car insurance. So call that number right now, 877-855-8111, and put in that rep number, that rep ID at FTT2E. That's rep number or rep ID FTT2E, and call them between 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday through 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So they got Chinese restaurant open. They got Chinese restaurant time. They got Chinese restaurant time. So make sure you support them. She probably laughing at me. Chinese restaurant time. Yeah, Chinese restaurant open from early. And they close late just to make sure y'all get y'all food, y'all wonton chicken before y'all go to bed. Lloyd Strayhorn, make sure y'all support Baba Lloyd all the time. You know what it is. Support Baba Lloyd all the time. Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. He's one of the sponsors, the bartering sponsors. Also, Amira. Hit up Amira at 518-796-7638. I'm going to be interviewing her soon. Nina, I got to interview Nina Diamond soon. Big up my son and his recording studio, Green Studio NYC. Make sure you go shout him out and get things done. Artist development, recording, podcasting. Boom. If you want to book a session with me, I got 3 different sessions right now. 2 of them pre-recorded. The other one, the third one, you got to talk to me, but I'll send you the details once you text me, okay? And you can take my Udemy course. I only got 1 course up there. That's my my introductory course. All you have to do is go to Udemy and put the word Numerovation, and they got deals that go in and out all the time. This is only going to be up until the 19th. I'm waiting for my shirt to come in, and I got my book and all that stuff to come in. I can't wait till it comes in. I'm going to support that. Available until September 19th. And don't forget, all of my books are available on Amazon, or you can go to my Linktree /King Simon the Numerovator. My hardcover is different. It's not on Amazon. It's not through my Linktree, but you have to, if you want to get the hardcover collector's edition, like Brother MJ did, then guess what? You can do it, and you will get a free Billy Carson book at that. And if you don't get it, it's all right. I'm going to sell those Billy Carsons at my events right here. I'm going to sell a few of the Billy Carson books right there. I'm going to finish all them things off and do what I have to do. And remember, this coming Sunday, Ra'aku is coming in. Cosmophysics is coming in live and direct. And don't forget, October the 5th, if you want to start your own candle making business, or you want to learn how to make candles so you can start a candle making business or a candle business here. This sister got some candles coming up, the candle making workshop coming up, 470-954-2713. That's 470-954-2713. And remember, boom. This is going to be the Georgia leg, and this is going to be the New York leg. Sister Amira will be there. Tamika Royale will be there. And don't forget the martial arts one that we got coming up. There's a martial arts one coming up, so look out for that. The martial arts one is coming up. Make sure y'all see that. The martial arts one is coming up. Make sure y'all swipe the QR code. If you're into martial arts or any form of discipline, or you want to learn, they can help you right now. They can help you right now. Okay. And you can come out to support the Sanukis man himself. Big up to Professor Hakeem and the whole crew. Sister Dominique, Professor Dominique is in there. Diane. Oh, man, it's going to be an awesome, awesome salute to the women also. Okay. Family, thank you very much for being a part of the journey. Thank everybody that came on. Remember what Dr. B says: I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I'm thankful for your life. Thankful for my life. And remember what Dr. Blair says: please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Thank you, Dr. Blair, for all that you offered and all that you do. And remember, may our words and names be a reflection of our highest selves, spreading love, light, and wisdom. Please let your name and your words spread love, light, and wisdom, family. All right? Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be safe, be great, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
King Simon. I love him. He's family. And he has one of the top shows on the Forbidden Knowledge TV network, actually.
That's right.
So make sure you guys check that out if you haven't.
Yeah, this show is called, it was really based on Numerovation. It's a numerology show, and it's called How to Calculate Your Destiny.
Yes.
By King Simon. He's the host of the show. The show has done so well, we're now getting ready to start working on filming season 2. All right, so King Simon, one of the top shows on Forbidden Knowledge TV, streaming TV platform.
Hey family, on Sunday, October 13th, I am celebrating 29 years in promotion and production at the new Black Wall Street Mall with tribute to Dick Gregory. That's right, celebrating 29 years, so text that number to get more information. Remember, Baba Ashfar Kwesi and Mirror Kwesi will be closing out the evening with a salute by Dr. B. Sirius, Brother Rich, Red Pill and Blue Pill, Lorenzo Sanford, Sister Golda X, Sister Tassili Ma'at, and so much more. Make sure you go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerator or scan the QR code. It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.